Head to head, you can't compete with me. It's no debate, you too fake, and it's too real with me. What's the topic? I'll block it, I keep that shield with me. Ammo loaded, I'm cocking, I got that steel with me. What you talking is nonsense, blow off your conscience. I'm a living sickness, Magic Johnson. By that action, no Bronson, I'm a King LeBron. And the whole league is fuck your feelings, who you thought it would be. Catch me in the streets, internet thugs just typing on keys. And the fans from Ticket TV, sign that permission slip please. That Max Ether gon' heat you, make you fall to your knees. No way out, this the firm, come near the stove, you gon' burn. Been waiting patient, now it's my turn. What Kevin say, today you gon' learn. True to the king, what's happening? You got the sauce, keep doing your thing. TKO, round for round in the ring, I'm a god to you millions, but stay in your lane. Work it out, I cannot promise no favors. The panel is live, sports talk, sit down at the table. This the family, understand me, don't get it twisted. You won't miss it, we on a mission. Fuck your feelings, antisocial, what's the business, say? We talk it, we live it, hold on, let's get it, hold on, let's get it, ayy. Got more slicing the zebra, this for my people, gon' bring out the ether, ayy. FYF, they know we too lit, they know we too lit. FYF, they can't do it like this, they can't do it like this. Fuck your feelings, it is what it is, it is what it is. We the realest, let's get turned in this bitch, let's get turned in this bitch.
Let's get turned in this bitch.
FYF Sports, man. Salute to everybody watching this morning, man. Appreciate you guys pulling up, man. Just, man, this is YouTube. I mean, the people say that the funniest things on YouTube, y'all. I mean, the most comical things get said. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Hollow 702. We got Dante Williams in here. We got Jared in here. Rock and Rollin', Santana. Salute, man. A lot of new names. Tawan Gang. I mean, seeing you back. Cuba is in here, man. Appreciate everybody pulling up to the stream today. Morning stream. Probably for the rest of this week, we're going to be doing the morning streams. But, man, people just say the damnedest things, man. NBA is kicking off, y'all. All-Stars inching closer. That fan vote is got some of the oddest names at the top of that All-Star vote. It's very crazy. How do y'all even feel about that? I don't like the fan vote. I mean, I know the All-Star game is for the fans, but I don't like the fans really controlling that much of the All-Star game. And I only say that because it's embedded in some of these players' contract. If they make the All-Star game, if they're a starter, there's like incentives based on this, and it's all based on. And if you allow fans to control that aspect of it, I don't know if I really like that. I don't know if Wiggins has been an All-Star this year. It's hard for me to say. He played like an All-Star last night. I don't know if Wiggins has been an All-Star this year. And for him to be potentially voted into the All-Star game, I don't know. I think that's kind of odd. I don't like that. I don't know. That's just one of the things that irked me this year. You know, but again, salute to everybody joining. Look, before we get started with today's show, because I'm going to be bringing everybody into the panel this morning. I'm not going to do too much talking. Before we get started with today's show, I want to give a big salute to all the new members of the YouTube of FYF Sports channel, man. As I always tell you guys, man, becoming a member of the channel is just a great way to keep this show going with YouTube changing the algorithm and how we get paid with ad revenue, and they're making it harder and harder for us to earn money. These memberships just help keep these channels afloat. We're going to do our best to try to give back, We got some NBA ticket giveaways. We got a drawing at the end of the month for all the members. I mean, so you have an opportunity to win NBA tickets to a game in your city. So that's just one of the perks. We'll try to add more as we go along. So again, I just dropped a link in the chat, man. If you want to become a member of FYF Sports, man, that's going to allow you to get all the notifications, and you will be allowed to sit in on our NBA player interviews that we do over on Newsbreak. Now, I cannot post those interviews on YouTube because Newsbreak owns them, but I can allow you guys to sit in, listen into the conversation that I have with some of these players. And hopefully, if the player's cool with it, we can do a Q&A in a members only live chat. So that's something that's going to be happening soon. I'll be having that members only live chat. We're going to be having our first member only live stream with a player interview. That's going to be next week. All right. That's going to be next week. And we're going to be having Tim Hardaway Jr. We're going to be doing that interview. Tim Hardaway Jr., we'll be doing that interview on Newsbreak. And more than likely, we'll be able to do a members-only Q&A with Tim Hardaway Jr. of the Dallas Mavericks. A salute to Eastside as well, member of the channel. He's watching over on FYF Sports Debates Live. Everybody here in the chat, most of you guys are watching from FYF Sports Debates. So if you want to become a member, just click that link as I just posted in there. It's going to take you over to FYF Sports Debates Live, where you can sign up to become a member, super chat, do all those things. So salute to everybody for that. But today, y'all, we gotta, we gotta just talk about it. We gotta talk about it because I think this is why I always tell people, LeBron James is damned if you do, damned if you don't. There's literally nothing that LeBron James can do right. It doesn't matter what LeBron James does. It seems like people are going to try to find an angle to diminish it and bring it down to a level as far as tricking people to believe that is, some of the things that he's doing is just normal. That's the sad reality of being LeBron James. As LeBron James eclipses a lot of these numbers. I mean, so when we look at some of the things LeBron James is going to be doing, LeBron James is going to be the number one scorer of all time. He's going to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This was a record that was held similar to Oscar Robinson's triple-double record that was broken by Russell Westbrook. I don't think a lot of people understand that. This scoring record held by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, it was looked at as an untouchable record. It was looked, because Kareem played so long for such a high level, he amassed so many points. It was hard to envision a player playing at such a high level for so long enough to even come close to this record. I mean, we've seen some of the absolute greatest scorers in NBA history not come close to this record. So when you think about just pure scores, the Allen Iversons, the Carmelo Anthonys, the Kobe Bryants, the Michael Jordans, Tracy McGrady's. I mean, when you just think about absolute pure scores in the NBA, I mean, even Carmelo Anthony, a guy that was just wakes up and just gets buckets, especially in his prime. I mean, he's in the top 10 all time, but he's not even coming close. I mean, guys that weren't even asked to do anything else but score in the NBA aren't coming close to this record. So when we see a player in LeBron James, and the unique thing about LeBron James, you guys, is that, and this has also been something that people have found a way to use as a negative against him, is that LeBron James, his playmaking has been what separated him from a lot of other superstars of the past. Okay, his playmaking. He's been considered, and even if you look at many scouting reports, he's looked at as a facilitator, a pass first guy, a scorer second, which is crazy. And I think this is one of the more unbelievable aspects of it. And salute to Aweezy Bang in here. We're gonna make sure he comes up. And actually, Aweezy Bang, when I drop the link, I want you to come up first and give your thoughts on this, uninterrupted without anybody else. But I just never thought I would see the day that people would try to create odd narratives when players accomplish things like this. Like, again, once LeBron breaks this record, you guys, I want y'all to understand we will more than likely not see anybody else break this record for the duration of our lifetime. And so when I see video titles or when I see other people pushing narratives that what LeBron James is about to do is meaningless, that's when I really start to question what is the true goal? Like when you say stuff like that, what is your true intent or agenda? Because we know for certain that when you say that him breaking the score record, we know for certain that that's a lie. You know, just like what Russell Westbrook did. Like for whatever you might think about Russell Westbrook right now, Russell Westbrook's going to be a Hall of Famer primarily because of what he was able to accomplish with the triple doubles. Oscar Robinson, whatever you think about of him as a player, he's top 20 all time on most people's list because of what he was statistically able to accomplish. You know, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was looked at as the GOAT of basketball. He had a ton of success, and one of the things that also elevated him was his ability to be the NBA's all-time leading scorer and have a record that most people thought was insurmountable. And, you know, when I hear people talk about LeBron James's year-by-year scoring totals, the funniest thing I hear is that people are now trying to come up with excuses as to how he even got here. So you see people say that he stat padded his way here, which, again, if we're in an NBA, I'm never when I want people to understand how stupid the notion of stat padding is. When other players are paid to stop you, there's no such thing as stat padding. If I'm on the other side of the ball, if I'm getting paid a paycheck to stop you from scoring, and I'm not doing my job to stop you from scoring from when the clock starts to the clock ends, that's not stat padding. And then you see people making up fake stats, and then people actually push people who some people even claim that these YouTubers are credible. Like people like Too Raw for TV will find odd stats on Reddit and say that, last year LeBron James scored 91% of his points when his team was down 15 points. I want y'all to understand how stupid some of these narratives are, some of the excuses, because a lot of people who don't like LeBron James can't really explain how he got here. They don't want to explain the level of greatness that it takes to get where he's at now, to even be in a position to eclipse Kareem. They don't want to really truly explain what it took for him to get here. So they try to lie to themselves and make up weird narratives. And they literally are convincing themselves that these things are real. You know, to read that stat on Reddit and truly believe that LeBron James scored 91% of his points last year when his team was down 15 points, to truly believe that stat, you either have to have a severe learning disability, one, or you just have to have a ton of hate in your heart for a player just to even believe that stat. Because just common sense would tell you mathematically that's almost impossible. But it's just a ton of hate, man, for a player. And I just want to know where all this hate is stemming from and what's the intent. Is the intent to find narratives to push that lead people to believe that LeBron isn't the GOAT? Well, like who are we trying to trick with this stuff? Right? When you look at LeBron James's career year by year scoring totals, right? You compare it to Kareem's. Kareem started off on a blaze. I mean, when you're talking maybe like the first 3 years of Kareem's career compared to LeBron's, Kareem is just completely, he started his career out on a blaze. And then towards from year like 4 to 15, that's where things kind of balanced themselves out. And there's even some years where LeBron was just even much more dominant throughout his career scoring wise than Kareem. And then we see LeBron James in year 20. And by this time, many of us had expected that LeBron James would start to fall off. Especially a lot of the haters, especially when we start seeing him go down with growing injuries, ankle injuries. A lot of people were thinking, okay, now it's time that we start to see the decline of LeBron James. And it seems like every year this man comes back looking like a top 10 player, irregardless of what his team looks like. Every year he comes back, and including this year, when we see him step on the court, he's looking like a top 10 player. Whether you want to try to diminish or talk about his impact on winning, all that stuff, you can have that conversation another time. But we're talking about his individual play. He looks like a top 10 player. People still struggle to defend him. No one can stop him from getting to the rim. And so the only thing that we hear now from the people that can't explain what their eyes is seeing. So you're starting to hear the scoring record is meaningless. You're starting to hear HGH. You're starting to hear steroids. You're starting to hear all this stuff. And for what? We don't do this with no other player. Michael Jordan walked through the 90s unimpeded, was able to take 2 years off and still come back and dominate. Not one steroid allegation. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played an extremely long career at a high level. No allegations, no credit. It was just greatness. All these other players are allowed to just be great. But for LeBron, it has to be some weird excuse. I just want to know why. Why even push that narrative? Why are we pushing the narrative that being the all-time leading scorer in the NBA is meaningless? That'd be like me going into an NFL conversation saying the quarterback with the most touchdowns of all time is meaningless. That'd be like me going into a hockey conversation telling hockey fans whoever has the most goals scored all the time, that's meaningless. That'd be like me going into a soccer conversation. Whoever has the most soccer goals scored of all time, that's meaningless, you guys. And in any other sport, you will be laughed. You will be laughed at. You wouldn't be considered as credible. And in most other sports, the guys at the top of the touchdown list, in hockey, the most goals, in soccer, the most soccer goals, these guys are looked at as potential GOATs of that sport. But in the NBA with LeBron James, we can't give him that consideration. We have to diminish the all-time scoring leader. We have to try to find a way to diminish it because we have to keep our nostalgic old heads at the top. We have to find a way to keep them at the top. Look at Ray DeRozzo, FYI. But even with home runs in baseball, that would be like me going into a baseball conversation, Ray DeRozzo, saying, whoever has the most home runs all time, that's meaningless. It doesn't mean anything. It don't? So why can't we get away with those narratives in basketball? Why do we let people try to finesse and come up with the odd excuses to diminish? And I just want to know why we even let people get away with this. Because when people try to even push that narrative, they're basically telling you, you are a basketball dummy. They're basically saying you are the stupidest basketball fan of all time, and I can get you to believe anything. If I can get you to believe that this scoring record is meaningless, I can get you to believe anything. They're basically saying that you're stupid. Look at Thomas. Thomas says it's because LeBron doesn't pass the eye test. I don't know what that means. When did Kareem Abdul-Jabbar pass the eye test? Right? When? I mean, is it about the look of LeBron's game? Is it not replicable? Does it not look the prettiest? What are we talking about here? What eye test does LeBron not pass? At the end of the day, it's about, does it get the job done? Yes. Is it efficient? Yes. And salute to Dante Reeves, man. Salute to Dante Reeves becoming a member of the channel, man. Look, you guys, man, y'all got to get y'all memberships, man. Get y'all memberships. But again, salute to Dante becoming a member, man. Y'all need to smash that button, man. Become a member of the channel, man. You don't want to miss, and you want access to all the benefits that we're going to be offering. But I'm going to be dropping the link. Hopefully, a Weezy Bang is still in there. If he's not in there, then everybody else should just come on up. But whether you agree or disagree, I want you to tell me, how impactful is LeBron James breaking the scoring record? We've heard players like Shaquille O'Neal say, if LeBron breaks Kareem's record, he's the GOAT. We've heard Dirk Nowitzki, who previously said Jordan was the GOAT. He says, man, if LeBron passes the scoring record, it's just, he basically said we're running out of arguments for Mike. And these are two players who were dominant in scoring in the NBA. Two players that understand how hard it is to do what LeBron James is doing. But I guess that's no longer credible, it seems. Listening to NBA players. Up, y'all said dudes be looking at balls for eye tests. First of all, I don't know. The people need to understand that the eye test is it's the least credible test of them all. Right? The eye test is what got, just like Weezy Bang said, the eye test is what caused the Lakers to draft Lonzo Ball over De'Aaron Fox. The eye test can get you fired. The eye test will do a lot of trickery. The eye test told the Portland Trailblazers to take Sam Bowie. That's what the eye test told the Blazers. The eye test told the Washington Wizards to draft Kwame Brown. The eye test told the Cleveland Cavaliers to draft Anthony Bennett. The eye test told my team, the Blazers, to sign Mo Harkless, Evan Turner to long-term deals. The eye test told, I believe it was the Houston Rockets or the Dallas, I can't remember what team it was, somebody signed Chandler Parsons. How credible is y'all eye test? Even from NBA scouts who do this, the eye test is not very credible. So if the eye test is not credible, what is credible? Right? The eye test told the Detroit Pistons, we need to take a chance on Darko Milicic, even though we literally statistically watched Carmelo Anthony dominate the NCAAs as a freshman, and not just dominate as a freshman, lead them to an NCAA championship. Those are things that are statistically embedded in history that you can't take away. Carmelo was the best player in college basketball. He was the best freshman in college basketball. He looked the most NBA ready. His numbers showed he was most NBA ready. He led his team in a single elimination tournament to the end and won. That's not eye test. He actually did those things. But the eye test told the Pistons, let's take a chance on Darko Milicic. And Joe Dumars was out the NBA for a long time before he recently got another chance in the league because of the eye test. The eye test told the Seattle Supersonics to trade their draft pick, Olden Polynice, or trade their draft pick, potential draft pick, Scottie Pippen, for Olden Polynice. all this eye test stuff. Y'all need to stop relying on your eyes, especially when you don't understand. And before I'm gonna drop this link. I'm gonna get Bang in here. Like I said, Bang could be the first one up. Just so I can let him get his talk. But I was talking to somebody on Prince Sports last night. He was talking about Damian Lillard. Right, his eye test was telling him, a guy by the name of Gideon. His eye test was telling him that Damian Lillard ain't that good in the playoffs. And he's sitting here having a conversation about Damian Lillard and how he doesn't perform in the playoffs. I'm like, what kind of retard are you saying stupid stuff like that? Damian Lillard is one of the best playoff performers in NBA history. You up here trying to tell people that your eye test, based on your eye test, that Damian Lillard, that eye test stuff incredible. Salute, Bang. What's good, man?
Oh, bro.
I wanted to let you in first, man. And I see everybody else coming in the backstage. Because
I mean, it's Lamar. You basically hit on all the points, bro. Most of these dudes are mad because their favorite player won't be able to achieve what LeBron achieved. You know what I'm saying? They say he's not a winner, but he a loser, but he a full-time champ over, bro. 4 times over. He's a champion 4 times over with 4 finals MVPs. Only one player in the entire history of the NBA has more. And it's only 2 more. You see what I'm saying? They really get upset. Oh, you a cult leader, you this, you that, you that. They holding this man who was in year 20 to standards like he's in year 10. LeBron said it himself, bro, right? It's still questions and doubt after the career I done had. Why? Now he on PEDs. Well, guess what? Jordan could have been on PEDs. He gained muscle right after getting with old boy, right? After he went and trained for the Pistons, right? Was Jordan on PEDs? Kobe went over there to London. You know, was he getting PED? I mean, no other superstar had to go through that. Just people, and Doc Rivers said it best, man. LeBron was not allowed to be LeBron. Jordan was allowed to be Jordan. Kobe was allowed to be Kobe. You see what I'm saying? The scoring record is the most coveted NBA record, bro. I done heard so many greats say that, right? But nobody, now all of a sudden, it's just longevity. Well, go look at Vince Carter. Is that longevity? Go look at Vince Carter. Look at Kevin Garnett. All these dudes who played 20 years. Why they ain't do it? You see what I'm saying? So it's a bunch of, you know, double standards. You know what I mean? It hurts people that people have an opinion that LeBron James is the GOAT. I don't care if Jordan is your GOAT, bro. I don't care if Kobe is your GOAT. You have to defend that, not me. You see what I'm saying? Because LeBron James just dwarfs them in all the categories, bro. And he's a winner. He's an MVP. He got the MVPs. He's the most. He holds a lot of NBA records, bro. And it's crazy. A lot of them dudes, they had like Jordan played 15 years, right? Oh man, Jordan's peak was better. But it's 15 years. Do you consider 15 years having a long career, a longevity? Do you consider that? Would you consider that?
I consider that
15 longevity. Years in a 15-year career. Would you consider that longevity?
In a way, yeah.
Right. And not only that, without him having those Wizard years, he wouldn't have got the 32,000 plus points. Am I correct?
That's correct too.
So they do count. You know, people try to make it like they don't count. He was about to release a documentary on the Wizard years, bro. 2 years. He played with 2 All-Stars on the Wizards, Christian Laettner and Jerry Stackhouse. Well, actually 3, and Charles Oakley. But do you hear them saying why he didn't win a championship? It's double standard, bro. Anything to try to downplay LeBron James' accomplishments, man. And that's all I really got to say about it.
Hey, man, y'all heard it, man. That's why I said that's why I wanted to let Bang cook first on this, because I know he has to. You have to go through it, especially with all the hate I know be coming your way because you support LeBron, and I know it's crazy, but I just be sitting back looking at these titles, and it's just like My biggest thing is when I saw that video title yesterday, I says, y'all don't have to lie. You don't have to try to lie to us and tell us that the all-time scoring record is meaningless, because it has been easily, since I've ever been following NBA basketball, that's been like the pinnacle of scores, like or just that's been like the pinnacle achievement in the NBA. It's been like that, the all-time scoring record. It was looked at as a touchable. Kareem had it. That's what made him the GOAT for a long time. It was just like Oscar Robinson's triple-double record. Nobody thought these two records could be beat. And when it happens, you just got to give credit. That's my thing. You just got to give credit, and it is what it is. Let me get to Anthony. He just pulled up, man. Anthony, man, what you got on this?
I think it is a great accomplishment for LeBron, and to reach that and his longevity. Like, LeBron is the most durable, and he's had the most longevity because you never had seen him get any serious injuries or any long, missing games and stuff like that. But I would say that if we use the longevity arguments, though, I don't see why Kareem wouldn't have been consensus above LeBron. I mean, above Jordan, using those same LeBron arguments, because Kareem had the rings, he had the MVPs, he had everything, the college career, and he also had the points record for 40 years. But somehow Jordan was consensus and as the GOAT above him, and I think we all know that it's because of just championship performances and how he dominated in the championship alone. And I think the reason why people downplay LeBron is because of championship performances, losing record in the championship. He has a losing record in finals games, and he also has so that's just the reason why people downplay it.
I don't know if that's I don't think people downplay it because of that. I think I think that, again, for LeBron, and I feel like I've been one of the few people to only be honest about this. In no other sport do we look at the GOATs and say, you have a losing record in the Super Bowl, you have a losing record in the NHL finals, you have a losing record in the World Cup, right? Pele is looked at as the GOAT of soccer. He doesn't have the greatest record in the World Cup, right? And all these other sports, we don't look at the greats like this. But I think I think sports fans created this losing record in the finals as some new achievement. That's new. That was only created because I think it's an odd narrative that allows you to say Jordan is better than LeBron at something, and it's your finals record, when really the finals is just a part of the playoffs. And if we're gonna just, like, when do we start erasing everything that happens in the playoffs and just start saying we're comparing your finals record to his finals record? And I think that's bad logic. Is no other sport we do this. It's always been bad logic. So I believe anybody that comes up with that argument, they're just being disingenuous, and they're just trying to finesse a way to keep their favorite player at the top. Because if you're honest about it, Jordan has lost a ton in the playoffs. Early on getting swept, and not even just early on getting swept. Even when he came back in 95, got beat by the Orlando Magic, and then I like to tell people, because a lot of people will say Jordan was rusty. And I love that Tony Kukoc came out and told the truth. Tony Kukoc came out and told the truth. He said, no, Jordan was not rusty. Jordan was practicing with us all year. He was preparing to come back this entire year. They said Jordan had moved all his stuff back into his locker that summer. He said we all knew Jordan was coming back. We just didn't know what day he was going to announce it. He had been practicing with the team 3 to 4 times a week leading up to that moment. So when people try to lie and say he was rusty, he was never rusty. He had always been ready to go. It was just a matter of when he came back. And that's why I said when Tony Kukoc said that, for the people that said it was a secret suspension by the league, that's why I have to lend that concept a little bit more credibility. Because Jordan just started to prepare to come back, and a lot of people were just like, oh, he's back, and he just dropped 55 coming straight off the baseball field, and that's not true. So again, I mean,
Right.
playoff records matter. But
do Lamont, but I got a question for you, right?
yeah.
Like when Jordan got dominated by Boston and got dominated by the Pistons in his first few playoff runs without Scotty, right? And Phil, he was losing to better teams, right?
Yeah.
Right? Wouldn't you consider them better teams? So with LeBron losing to better teams and his teams not being as great, why I don't understand why they hold that against him and don't hold it against Michael Jordan.
Nigga, he had super teams. Nigga,
and then listen to this. I don't care if you feel he had a super team, homie.
Who said LeBron had super teams? Who said?
I did.
Hold on, what's your name?
Zay. King Zay.
Zay. What's the super team, Zay?
To me, it was super team.
No, I'm just asking.
Oh, I got you. My bad. First of all, what's up with you? D Wade, Chris Bosh. That's a super team, bro. And then LeBron was the best player at that time. But that's what I'm saying, man. Let me just say this though, bro. I mean, people, I like LeBron, you know what I'm saying? But people just don't think he the GOAT. I mean, what he doing right now is very impressive, bro. I mean, at 38, bro, averaging 30, that shit impressive. You can't knock down. I mean, you can't discredit it at all, bro, what he doing right now. I mean.
No, but this isn't a GOAT. We're not arguing for LeBron being a GOAT. We're just,
I'm just saying
wondering why people are trying to finesse and lie to us. And like, being the all-time leading scorer in the NBA ain't one of the greatest.
Oh no, that's. I mean, it is, bro. I mean that's. I mean, I don't know why they. I mean, I don't know why they doing that, but that right there, that's a great accomplishment, bro. I mean, it is, bro. We can't just discredit that. I mean, there's no way you could discredit that anyway. So you know what I'm saying. But like I said, what he doing right now is impressive, bro. I mean, it's not else for me to say, really. I mean. It's impressive, bro. I mean, I just want people to say that every superstar, get criticized too. Everybody get criticized. I feel like people think he's the only one get criticized like that. Everybody get criticized, though, right? Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. What similar criticisms were getting thrown towards Kareem and Wilt and Bill Russell?
Well, they ain't really like Kareem like that,
I mean, I know people say they didn't like him.
Right.
I just want you to elaborate on if all superstars get criticized to the same level, and when we talk about
hold on, let me walk out. Hold
on. That's my biggest thing. People say all superstars get criticized.
Right.
I want people to remind me of how was Kareem criticized to this level? What were the criticisms that were getting thrown his way when he played? That where people tried to keep him from being the GOAT, or the same as what criticisms?
I mean, well, they were just like, well, I remember born around that time, but shit.
Okay, what about what criticism? Do you remember?
Yeah, because he's a Muslim and all that stuff like that. Yeah,
okay. Go ahead. But anything basketball related?
That I know of, no.
Okay, what about Jordan? What criticisms were getting thrown his way in the 90s?
I mean, they were talking about gambling and all that. You talking about basketball related, right?
Yeah, basketball.
Okay, well, not that I know like that.
Okay, so we have two arguable GOAT contestants, but we can't recall no heavy criticisms similar to what we've seen been thrown towards LeBron. So I think when people try to say that LeBron, this criticism is fair because all superstars are criticized, I don't know if that
hate, boy.
I just
hate.
And I believe it's just that because remember we just asked King Zay,
right?
What you struggle, and there probably were some criticisms with Jordan.
Yeah,
but the fact that we can't remember them tell you it wasn't significant.
Right.
I can easily tell you what the criticisms for LeBron are. I mean, we all can.
Right.
We see it in the chat. We see people talking about it. I mean, this video is just about the criticisms of LeBron.
Yeah, but Lamont, like, with the social media now, I mean, I think with the social media, if it was like back in the day, maybe we'll see some. But I mean, I see the shit, about LeBron. That's what I said, bro. I'm not, hating on LeBron. We have opinions. Well, I have opinions about him, but other than that, bro, I'm not gonna hate him, bro. I mean, bro, that dude, bro, he do his thing. You feel me? My favorite player, Kobe. But I still gotta give credit due. That's great.
Look, MJ. Look what
Hey,
MJ Goat said.
Hey, I want to ask him. Hey, LeBron, I want to ask him a question.
I knew it.
Do you think Kobe the GOAT, bro? Zay?
No, come on, bro. He not the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? He not the GOAT.
I just wanted to ask, bro. Hey, what you got him ranked on your what you got him ranked on your all-time list?
My all-time list is Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron. I mean, y'all can laugh at that, but I still got LeBron, like all three of them. You know what I'm saying?
But you got Kobe ranked over LeBron. I got Kobe ranked on LeBron.
I mean,
what's your reason?
My reason, because I prefer his style. I like LeBron. Kobe's style. That's what I like.
You know, Kobe came from Jordan.
No,
Did you know that?
Look, y'all, I got no problem. Hey, look, y'all.
No,
I've heard that. I've heard people say I just like Kobe style over LeBron's, and that's why you rank him high. And I respect that because
he's a top three,
I don't expect people to like to say.
I'm saying, but Bang, he's a top three, bro. What y'all want to do?
Basically, he looked better. Good. Basically, because he looked better playing basketball to you.
LeBron look fine playing basketball, bro. I mean, he jumping out the fucking gym, bro. He's 38, scoring 30, bro.
Hold on,
like,
let me get to.
I'm just saying, though.
Let me do one thing. I got to get to the other people on the panel real quick.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
I want to get their thought. Let me get to Mingle Jester because Mingle Jester is a bona fide LeBron James hater, and he tries to deny it. But deep down in his soul, that's what he truly is. But he's cool, man. Sometimes he has good takes. Well, I want to get his perspective from a bona fide LeBron James hater. What you got on this, Mingle Jester?
First of all, I'm not a LeBron hater. I can't hate somebody I don't know. That's number one. Number two, when LeBron break the scoring record, that's good. I listen. I give him all the credit in the world if he break that scoring champion. Dang, but the lie came in. See, it's a bunch of narratives when it comes to LeBron. That's my only problem with the whole LeBron thing. It's a bunch of narrative. You got this narrative for this, that narrative for that narrative for this. Like it's just weird out here when it come down to LeBron career. Like
what narratives? Like give us examples of what are these?
One narrative, for example, that he's passed first. That's a narrative. That's a lie. How could you be passed first when you about to break the all-time scoring record? Answer me that.
But he got 10,000 assists, bro.
Yeah, but he got 30,000, almost 40,000 points. But he got about 40,000 points.
Hey, excuse me, sir. Could you answer me this? What other great quote-unquote scorer has that many assists, bro?
But how many players got 40%?
But you start stuttering. I just want to know. So
how many players got 40 points?
Bro, he's top 5 in assists all time.
You about to have 40,000 points.
Hold on, one at a time, yeah, one at a time. I just want let me go.
I just want to know how I answer the question.
Like, what are we saying? What are we saying here? How could you average 27 points for your career, almost 40,000 points for your career? He back at 38 now. So 40,000 points for your career, his career, but yeah, he's a pass first player.
He is.
Make it make sense. It make sense. No, he's a scorer that can pass.
No,
that's what
pass.
No, he's a scorer that can pass. That's what he is. Yes.
Really. Now look, I roll with that, bro. As long as you can say he can pass, bro.
Hold on.
I don't take nothing away from him.
Hold on. Let me ask Mingo Jester one question. Mingo Jester.
Yes, he can pass.
Mingo Jester, hold on one second, Mingo Jester. When I look at LeBron James' scouting report, because our eye test will tell us that your eye test tells you that LeBron James is a scorer first. Is there a reason why his scouting report says his NBA comparison is Magic Johnson? His vision and passing skills are what sets him apart.
So you compare him to Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson averaged double digits.
I'm not comparing him. No,
I'm talking about the scouting report. I'm talking about the scouting report.
No, what I'm saying is
you just read that from the scouting report.
The scouting report. So what I'm saying is the scouting report is a compilation. It basically when people break down footage of how you play the game, what type of player is LeBron James? The first thing that it says is his NBA comparison is Magic Johnson. His vision and his passing skills are what sets him apart. But you tell us that it's his scoring skills that set him apart, correct?
That's cap.
Okay.
Because for the simple fact is, LeBron averaged 7 assists for his career, and Magic averaged double digits, which would probably be 11, somewhere around that number. So how could he be compared to Magic?
So basically, only the players that average double-digit assists can be compared to Magic?
Yeah, bro, if you're talking about pass first, yes.
Okay. All right.
If you're talking about pass first, that's not what you're saying. You're saying pass first, which means passing is his first option, and then he look for everything else. So if you pass first, you should average double-digit assists.
Hey, so
you can't average double-digit assists if people ain't hit.
Hey, Mingo, what's LeBron James's best skill set?
To me, his best skill set is scoring. To me, his best skill set is scoring.
You don't watch LeBron, dog.
And y'all just said it yourself. Y'all just said it yourself. He's about to break the most prominent record in the NBA, which is the scoring.
He's not considered a scorer. Any pundit on the damn
he is a
he can't score.
Does he have one scoring title?
You don't average 27 points for your career and not be a scorer.
I'm not saying that. I'm talking about what the analysts say. The analysts say that. The analysts say he can't score. He's not a scorer.
27 points for his career.
That was his draft.
Wait a minute.
Hey, y'all, let's go one at a time. That's all I ask.
It's crazy, bro. Make it. Okay.
Don't finesse today, Lamont. Why you finesse just now?
That's crazy,
okay, hold
on.
Ralph says I finesse. Ralph, how did I finesse?
That was his draft scouting report, bro.
Okay, you want me to bring up his current scouting report? I have it on the screen right now, Ralph. Here, I'll show you. Hold on.
Of course, if you take away
no, Ralph. Hold on, y'all. Ralph said I finessed, so maybe I was finessing. So we'll bring up his current scouting report. All right. What does it say right here? Is this one of his primary attributes right here? Because when we look at his primary,
I knew you had that.
Hold on, no, Ralph. Hold on, Ralph. Because you said I finessed, so I gotta address that first.
Still finesse.
So when we're right here on his current scouting report, you see LeBron James, age 38, his offensive role, they call him a secondary ball handler, not a scorer. His out of the 3 attributes, they say he's the star of the team, he runs the offense, and passing. Does not say anything about scoring. This is his current scouting here. Let me move this off the screen so you can see right here. This is his current scouting report, Ralph. So I'll scroll it down. This is his current scouting report. Age 38. Okay, so Ralph, how am I trying to finesse when his scouting report even says the same thing that we're talking about? Passing.
Come on, craft the NBA, bro.
Yes.
Now, but Ralph, why is everybody else cap? And we supposed to, if everybody else is capped, why should we believe you?
Bro, you're not on no legitimate.
Okay, Ralph. Bro. But Ralph, if this is not legitimate, then why should we believe you?
You know that's not legitimate.
But Ralph, Ralph,
why is it legitimate?
Ralph, if this is not legitimate, if this isn't legitimate, then what makes you credible when you tell us this is wrong?
Dude, you know it's wrong.
Okay, but Ralph, why are we supposed to trust you when you say that?
Come on, we all watch the game, bro.
I know, but Ralph, that's not. You got to give me some. If I'm gonna believe you, because Ralph, I believe you. I believe you're a great basketball mind, but I need to follow your logic. Give me some reason to trust in you when you tell me not to believe this. What credentials? What information do you have? What makes your knowledge usurp this right here?
Bro, we know that's not a legitimate site. Come on. Bro.
I know, but Ralph, I want to trust you. You tell me it's not
legitimate. Yo, you know it's not.
I know, Ralph. If it's not legitimate, then what makes you legitimate? Your basketball takes legitimate.
Why you always gotta challenge the facts?
Ralph, I'm just saying, Ralph, I'm not knocking it. I'm saying you could very well be right. But I need you to are you credible enough to, should I just believe you? I just should take your word for it?
No, he picked something.
Okay, Ralph. Okay, so Ralph. So basically, this is the problem. The people when I pull
I'm asking you, who
information,
is the scout that scouted?
I know. Hold on, Ralph. I'm gonna explain it. But see, the thing is, Ralph, when I pull up the information, if the only thing that you can say is not credible, then that means you need to spit out some credentials that makes things you say credible. If you can't do that,
who was the scout that scouted?
I know, but Ralph, are you a scout? Have you scouted a basketball game ever in your life?
Now you want to ask a question?
No, Ralph, because you're telling me about a scouting report and you're saying this scouting report is fake. So the only person that I believe that could tell me a scouting report is fake is another scout. So Ralph, where did you get your master's in sports evaluation? What school did you go to? I want to know what credentials you got.
Well, you you don't need no masters.
Okay, you don't got. Okay.
Do Rich Paul has his degree?
Oh, Ralph, do you got any film breakdowns or anything up? Videos I can go check out?
There's a lot of film on YouTube.
No, do you got any, Ralph? Because if you're a scout, I want to check you out. Okay, so you telling me a legitimate scouting website is not credible because you say so?
It's not.
You haven't
That's
scouted
a legitimate scouting website
ever in your life.
You sure, Lamont?
Right. Okay, Ralph. If this is not credible website, tell me why it's not credible.
We can move on.
Okay. All right. We will. I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to.
That's why you laughing, man, because you know he finesse. Bro.
I know I'm finessing.
That's not a finesse, bro. I'm waiting on you to answer the question, nigga.
Yeah, we know we not laughing.
I know he a finesse. Yeah, I know he a finesse.
But Ralph,
I ain't gonna interrupt.
Ralph, if you could pull up information, otherwise, put the link in the back channel, and I'll put it on the screen because I trust your scouting knowledge. I want you to put your information for the world to see. So I'm gonna give you a few minutes to gather your information, put it in the back channel, and I'm gonna put it on the screen. All right.
Excuse me, could I respond to something that Weezy Bang said a little bit earlier, where he talked about? Thank you. He talked about is nothing wrong with losing to a better team, and I do agree with that. I think in some ways we really shouldn't even compare players individually because it's a team sport and it's really all about like who's the best team. And I really think most years, like, is a couple exceptions, but most years the best team wins. I will almost even say actually every year the best team wins. But I think that doesn't take away from the fact that, and sometimes, let's just say with the Miami Heat case, that LeBron was on the best team and didn't win. You know, I would think that, like, top to bottom.
Okay, well, I'd like to respond to that. That first year was 2011, right? That team got together.
Yeah.
When Jordan won his first championship, how long was that team? Even though he was the favorite, how long was that team together? Was they together longer than the Miami Heat?
Well, when you talking about when Scotty came?
Hey, Joe, you know what I'm talking about. Don't act
in 91. In 91, he's talking about 91.
How long have Scotty and Jordan been together?
I actually don't know. To be honest, I actually don't know.
You don't know?
They were together. They were together longer than the Miami Heat was.
Yeah, that's the warm up year. Okay, but
you see what I'm saying?
And I know Dwayne Wade. I know Dwayne Wade started to decline, and I know Chris Bosh started. I wouldn't say he started. I say Dwayne Wade started to decline.
Oh, okay.
But
when you put the context with it, it makes sense, don't it?
Yeah. But I think that was my main point because even a decline in Dwayne Wade with a Chris Bosh who's a knockdown shooter, a decline in Dwayne Wade is better. Piece than
Chris Bosh is not a knockdown shooter.
Oh, Chris Bosh
is a flower forward, bro.
Not a knockdown shooter.
What?
Thank you.
Bro, he can shoot. He can shoot, though. So don't say that. He can shoot now.
I mean, being able to spread the floor and being a knockdown shooter is two different things. Two very different things.
Like he a bomber, so y'all talk like
I never said he was a bomber.
Y'all act like he was a top 10 player.
Hey, bro, nobody
I said he's not a knockdown shooter.
Bro.
That's not calling him a
nobody
bomber.
Knockdown shot, nigga. He can shoot three, nigga. What you talking
You know
about?
what a knockdown shooter is, bro. Don't be disingenuous.
Hold on, y'all. Let's not get caught up on just that one thing.
Ray Allen is a knockdown shooter.
Thank you,
but how
sir.
about this? What about players like Rashard Lewis, like coming off the bench? Like he had players like that. Like
he was dumb, man.
Hold on. Let me ask the guy talking a question. Let me just ask him one question because he did come up with a good point. He said generally the best team wins the championship. So We could just go back to last year. Who was the best regular season team last year?
Oh, I'm not talking about best regular season. I'm just talking about best team. Like,
Okay,
I think
but
the Warriors was clearly the best team last year.
But here's the problem with that.
I was never talking about best record.
No, but what I'm saying is
the Suns had the best record.
I know, but what I'm saying is this: the Warriors going into the season last year before a game was played were not looked at as finals contenders.
I don't know
They just
why.
weren't. No, hold on. We're saying that in hindsight now that we saw them dominate and win. But if you're being honest, going into last year, nobody had the Warriors as a finals favorite. It was the Bucks, it was the Lakers, it was the other teams. So the thing is, the Warriors had to prove it to you, and now we see it. But going into last season, even a team like the Phoenix Suns was predicted to be better than the Warriors. So if the best team, because the best regular season team last year was the Phoenix Suns, if they're the best team, if the best team normally wins it, how did the Suns not win it? And you can go year by year throughout the NBA history. The team with the best regular season record does not normally win it.
Oh, I agree, but think about it like this.
Here you go, Lamont. It's in the back.
Another good example is, remember when the Lakers lost to the Pistons, and people say, like, how did the Ben Wallace Pistons beat the Lakers? And when I look back at it, I thought that they was like the exception to the rule, that the best team doesn't always win. But when I got more mature and watched back at the games and stuff, I realized that they were a better team than the Lakers. They had literally all lockdown defenders at every position. They had veterans. They had an inside presence. They had good ball movement, good floor space. They was literally one of the best defensive teams of all time. So, and the Lakers wasn't ready for them, so I think you're right. The team had to prove it. The Pistons had to prove it to us, because I would have never thought the Pistons was better, but they showed us that they was better. That's what the whole 7-game series is about. Whoever wins the 7-game series is the better team. I wasn't going off record.
You got it.
Hold on, let y'all. Ralph sent me some stuff, y'all. So we're gonna put it on the screen. And we're gonna let Ralph break down this scouting report. All right, and remember, he said my scouting report was not credible.
Oh shit! Come on,
right,
Ralph.
We're gonna let Ralph. We're gonna let Ralph break it down. No. We're gonna let Ralph break it down. Go ahead, Ralph.
Great athleticism. Very strong. A physical, superior player. Can pretty much score at will when he drives to the basket. Excellent vision of the court. Superb ball handling skills. Can play the point. Can play the power forward spot too. Great conditioning. Great finisher. Still runs the floor well.
I know, Ralph, you're reading it verbatim, Ralph. I need you to break it down.
No, I need them to hear everything, because what you said ain't on it.
What you mean?
It's down low.
Okay. Go ahead, Ralph. Break it down.
Great finisher, still runs the floor well, able to hit incredible shots. Get lots of steals and blocks. Average 3-point and free throw shooter. Picks his spots to be dominant at the point in his career in the discussion for best player ever.
Okay, now break it down for us, bro.
So they hit you off first with the athleticism, not the passing.
So he's an athlete first. So because they said it first, that means over everything, he's an athlete first.
Not a scorer.
Athlete is not the athleticism,
and he's very so he's but you said this is in order, so it sounds like you're telling us that this is going off the order of what he does best. So number one, he's a great athlete and he's very strong. Those are the two things we gotta say. Those are his two best skills. He's not a scorer first. He's not a playmaker first. He's very strong and a great athlete.
And that means
that's a great breakdown.
Very strong means he's using physical dominance.
Use that on defense,
I like that.
too.
I like that. That's a serious breakdown. LeBron is very strong, y'all. That's a great breakdown.
Right. You hear me read? You hear me saying, reading between the lines, what they mean very strong.
Okay, my bad.
And his athleticism.
Okay.
They're basically saying he's strong and athletic. Meaning he's
Hold on. How much can he bench
dominant.
press? How much can he bench
Bro,
press?
I don't know.
What? How you gonna tell me he's very strong, but you can't tell me how much he bench press?
Bro, come on, bro. You trying. There you go. Trying finesse.
All right, go ahead, Ralph. I'm sorry.
Using his physical prowess to attack the rim. It means he's more superior, a more superior athlete than the rest of his competition on the court.
It don't mean he's a scorer.
Bro, can you go back? Can pretty much
don't say that about scoring.
Can pretty much score at will. That does mean he's a scorer. That means he score anytime he want. Like, what are you talking about?
That don't mean score first. That means score when you want.
Action.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Bro, someone who averaged 27 a damn game, like in 7 assists to 8, that means you was a scorer first, bro.
I know the man can
score. You don't
score.
end up scoring. Bro,
we're talking about the narrative that LeBron is not a scorer. That is the narrative in the league. LeBron is not a scorer. He is not KD. He is not Kyrie. He is not James Harden.
That's what's wrong with you.
And that's a lie, bro. But people who saying that, bro, explaining 38,000.
I know that. We know that. I'm just saying the narrative that goes around the league is he can't score.
Narratives.
Hey, that's what they push. I'm not saying I believe it. That's what's being pushed about this man. We talking about narrative. They push this about he's not clutch. I'd rather Kobe and Mike shoot the last shot, but he got more clutch shots.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on,
anybody.
Hold on. Here's the thing. Hold on, y'all. Here's the key, y'all. First of all, when you step on a basketball court, we're talking about for the consensus of LeBron's career. When you step on a basketball court, you can't just go out there with just do whatever willy-nilly, whatever you want. You have to go in with a defined role. Right. So when during the bulk of LeBron James's career, his number one role for most teams has been that he needs to be what first? A facilitator first, scorer second.
Get everybody involved.
His first 7 years in Cleveland, he had to be a facilitator first. This is why we even know the Boobie Gibsons. This is why we even know half those guys, because he had to be a facilitator first to elevate those guys to make that team competitive. That was his first 7 years. Then when we go to Miami, what was the struggle that first year in Miami? Nobody had a defined role. Was Wade the go-to guy? All this stuff. Remember, they said, LeBron, you got to take over this team. When LeBron took over the team, he had to be what? The facilitator. Everything that had to go through him. So when we look at Carmelo's role, Carmelo Anthony's primary role,
the
scorer. KD's primary role, scorer. Right? So we know LeBron James's primary role on all teams is that he's facilitator first, scorer second. And the thing is, he's done all of these things at such a high level, facilitate, score. He's done all those things at a high level that now he's going to go down as one of the greatest scorers of all time, one of the best passers of all time, facilitators of all time. But that still doesn't change what his natural role on the court is. And that's what we're talking about. So, Ralph, we asking you, what did you see with your eye test as a scout? What was his role to you?
Bruh, so you telling me his first role ain't scoring and he's taking all
Ralph, I'm just asking you, Ralph, you're a scout. I want you to tell us.
That doesn't make sense. What y'all?
What was his role? Okay, Ralph, I'm asking you a question. Help us understand. When you see LeBron James play throughout the bulk of his career, what has his role been?
Bro, he's a scorer that can also facilitate.
All right, Ralph, you okay?
At a high level. Okay. What do
Ralph,
you mean?
But okay, so Ralph, his first 7 years in Cleveland, what was his primary role on that team?
Bro, to do a little bit of everything except for rebound at the most.
Ralph, I've never been in a huddle. I've never been in a huddle in basketball where the coach just tells a player, I need you to do a little bit of everything. I've never heard that on a basketball court. If anybody has been on a basketball court and heard a coach tell a player, I need you to do a little bit of everything, then y'all come tell me. I've never heard.
I had LeBron, I'll tell that nigga to do a little bit of everything.
Like, what's the more of the conversation what you're trying to make?
Because we need you to do everything.
If he's taking damn near almost 30 shots. And the second scorer,
I need you.
Only taking
hold on,
15.
I need so MacDuff. I've never heard a play. I've never heard a coach say,
Lamont,
"I need you to play.
I need
you to play a little bit of defense, a little bit of passing,
a little bit of everything, man.
Who does that?
No, y'all know ain't no coach ever told y'all that. No, ain't no coach ever told y'all.
It was a joke.
No coach ain't telling him that either.
But hold on,
shit retarded, bro.
That's cap.
It was just a joke.
Getting off the topic anyway.
You know that. I'm just saying I would.
I know. Yeah, we off topic. We off topic. Yeah. Let's get back on our square. I just wanted Ralph to break his scouting report now. So
Ralph trying to say a man who take almost 30 shots a game, not a scorer.
He don't take 30 shots a game, dog. Right there, come on. Now that's cap. You capping, dog. That man do not take no damn 30 shots a game, man.
Oh, you gotta go, bro.
You capping. You capping for real, dog. You can't.
He gotta go, bro.
Come on, he ain't Kobe. He is not Kobe. He don't do that.
Nah, he don't take. He don't
take no 30 shots, man. That man might shoot about 20 to 25 shots a game. In that range.
No, it's not.
I said almost. Keyword almost.
It's not almost.
25 plus 30.
All right, he averaged 20 shots a game, dog. You 10 shots on.
Kobe ain't
wait, though.
Hey, y'all, hold on, y'all. Let's go one at a time, y'all. Ralph,
he finessing like a mug.
Ralph, that's LeBron James' average field goals per game right there.
Are you serious?
You said 30.
You said almost 30, and it's almost 20.
Thank you. Good. That's the narrative, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. The narrative.
Ralph. Hold on, Ralph. This is the problem, Ralph. The fact that he's going to go down as the leading scorer of all time, and he's only averaging 19.7 shots per game is what makes it even more remarkable.
Ridiculous.
Not
efficient. Yeah. That's efficiency.
But you know what they say? Kobe a better scorer. Prove it.
Better scorer.
He shoot 30 times.
That's the reason why LeBron was
prove it.
Durable.
What y'all gonna do with LeBron retire, dog? Who y'all gonna root for next?
Hey, I just want niggas to prove the shit they be saying. Niggas just be lying to be lying, bro.
Oh, they be. Well, I mean, look, bro. Hey,
you ain't gonna never see another LeBron for a long time. Y'all haters gonna miss LeBron when he goes.
Y'all have a lot of
Hey,
tell him one more time.
Hey,
them haters gonna miss him.
One at a time.
Them haters gonna miss him when he goes.
Look, hey, maybe, hell. I mean, but
y'all have a lot of narratives, though.
I want to know who
let
y'all
him go.
gonna root
one at a time.
I want to know who y'all gonna root for when he leave. Who y'all gonna root for?
It don't matter.
It does matter.
The GOAT to be gone. The GOAT to be gone. I ain't got to root for nobody else. The GOAT to be gone.
The GOAT be gone.
The GOAT will be gone, bro.
The GOAT be gone. Drop the mic. The GOAT, when he dropped the mic, I might leave the NBA alone.
Yeah.
The GOAT be gone. He been gone.
Hey, look, man. Hold on, y'all. What's up, Lamar?
Hold on. Here, King Zay, let me ask you this question. So, I mean, but that's not. I don't think your question is like a fair question because we could ask you who your favorite is, and player is, and we could ask you who you.
He said Kobe.
Oh well, my favorite player is Kobe. My favorite player is Kobe.
So, what did you do when Kobe retired?
I like KD and Kyrie. I like them boys, man.
So you just moved on to another player, right?
I didn't move on, but I like players. And I also gave LeBron his credit. Hold on. I also gave LeBron his credit. And then y'all didn't like when I put him in number 3. Y'all niggas is crazy. I mean, I don't understand, bro. I put him in number 3. God damn. It's like thousands of players in the NBA history, nigga. I put him in number 3.
I don't think nobody jumped on you for having him at 3. I think they jumped on you.
They
started laughing. I was like, damn, y'all boy.
I definitely started laughing.
It's your opinion. I'm not mad at your opinion.
That's your favorite player. Y'all. That's your favorite player. You feel me? So y'all gonna have
Kobe
in
rank?
front of.
Am I? He's 11. He's 11 or 12. That's where he's at.
No, let King say.
Who
I think
elected
Kobe
player?
19 on my list, bro.
Good God.
See, Bang, that's disrespect. See, that's disrespect right there. But I didn't disrespect LeBron. I didn't disrespect LeBron at all.
Hey,
But
I mean, that's his opinion, though. That's his opinion, though.
Only because he
That's his
snitched, bro.
opinion, though. That's
Only
his
because he
opinion, though.
snitched, bro. That's all. That's a fact, though. He did snitch. Only because he snitched those shit.
All right,
That's
hold
his
on, y'all.
opinion, though.
Hold on, y'all. Let me let SB just pulled up, y'all. I mean, I want to try to stay on topic, and I don't want to mess the audio too much up because we're gonna be putting this on another platform. But SB, what you got on this?
I think it's 100% idiotic to call LeBron James a pass first player. He's one of the best all around players you've ever seen. Yes, he scores at the same level as KD and Kyrie. I think it's idiotic for anybody to say LeBron cannot score on that level. First of all, LeBron James became more of a playmaker when he went to the Miami Heat. Because you can't tell me a dude who scored 25 straight points on the team that just came from the finals a year or two ago to seal the deal, also averaged 40 points in playoff series before is not a scorer. That shit is idiotic to say, bro. LeBron James is one of the best all-around players we ever seen. It's just that his skill set is so high that you could put him in the category and say that he can pass first. But LeBron James is not a pass first player, bro, at all. And then you look at the
he's just
Can y'all just let him get his take off, y'all? Come on.
LeBron James has the highest basketball IQ, and he took advantage of what the narrative was. Because everybody keep going off these. Nobody believe what Skip Bayless talking about. Skip Bayless is a hater. He's a clear LeBron James hater. He said the dude ain't clutch. I think he number one on the all-time clutch shot list. How is he not clutch? He got one of the highest shooting percentages when it comes from the shot attempts that he take from out of all the league scorers, and he scores at a high enough level where he's not a gun like Kobe at all, or KD or Kyrie. Y'all just don't like how he scores. He's a scorer, bro. Oh, because he shoots mid-range jump shot. He's a scorer, bro. Point blank. Period. It's nothing. Can nobody say?
Yeah, hold on, but SB, I think so. When I look at the game, I'm not saying LeBron James isn't a scorer.
No,
I don't think nobody's saying that he's not a scorer. I'm saying that like I said, we can just break it down into segments. Okay. When LeBron James was with Cleveland, what was his primary? No, hold on. Listen, I'm not saying he wasn't a scorer. I'm asking you, what did the team need of him as far as what his primary role was?
That first run with Cleveland, he had to score the ball. Who else?
No, but hold on. Come on, SB.
No, I'm answering your question.
SB, I'm saying, okay, so what made him a scorer first on that team as opposed to the team's primary facilitator?
Okay, first of all,
or was he both?
He was everything. First of all, that's one. I feel like we arguing something that's like, because of the type of player LeBron James is, he literally had to do everything. That first run in Cleveland is nobody you can say that he's a pass first. So you telling me LeBron James go up the court and say, yeah, let me get Mo Williams the ball? No, LeBron James is always taking what the defense get him. When you
that's not what a facilitator does.
No. So how can you call him pass first if he's a facilitator?
Okay, so first of all,
he got
but by you even saying that right there tells me you don't know what a facilitator is.
Listen, let me finish my point. So
that's not what a facilitator does.
First of all, you said pass first. You didn't say facilitator. LeBron James you said pass first, correct or not, right?
I said facilitator.
You say pass first, right?
I said he runs the offense. We pull up his scouting report.
Come on, bro. Stop it with that. You said pass first. Facilitate.
Okay. I call him a pass first player, yes.
He's not a pass first player, especially not that first run in Cleveland. You're not going to tell me that the first
Okay, SB, stop right there. That's what I'm saying. No, let me finish. SB, hold on. Because you can't keep run your mouth and you saying stuff that you can't explain. Just because you say he was a scorer first, what I'm saying is, no, all I'm asking you to do is I want you to now explain if he was not the facilitator for that team, because if he wasn't hold on, SB, because first of all, you can only have one facilitator, and your facilitator.
We talking.
Hold on, SB, hold on.
Don't mute me when you putting the goalpost.
All right, hold on. All right, he won't shut up. See, this is the problem with people who don't know what the hell they talking about when it comes to basketball. When people start just running their mouth and they get to crying and stuff and they say the dumbest stuff you've ever heard, SB's been a basketball dummy right now. You cannot be a score first player if you're the facilitator of that team. And just because he's great at scoring, just because he comes through when the team needs him to score the ball, his primary role, and everybody's trying to avoid this, his primary role with Cleveland both times, with Miami and with this LA team is he's the facilitator first. Why do we know this? Because everybody's been crying the last couple years. LeBron James needs to stop trying to be the point guard. They need to bring back Rondo. Y'all say the dumbest stuff. Y'all need to take the ball out of his hands. This is the things people say about LeBron. If he was playing off ball and doing all this other stuff, not being the primary facilitator or being pass first, then why are they making these claims? LeBron James needs to learn how to play off ball. They need to get a real point guard in. This is what we hear. So if LeBron James was not the primary facilitator, then why are these narratives being pushed by the haters? Because these are the things that the haters say. So now you got the haters running around saying he scored first. He's never been the point guard. So y'all tell me who the point guard of the Lakers is right now. I want y'all to tell me that. Who is the facilitator? Who's the floor general? Who runs the offense for the Lakers? Who ran the offense for Cleveland? If there was just this other point guard facilitator on the floor, who was it? We're not saying LeBron James isn't an elite scorer. I'm saying his role for most teams, and for all teams he's played with, he has to be facilitator first, score second. Just because he scores really well doesn't change what his role is. Y'all keep saying he score first. No, Carmelo would score first. KD would score first. Allen Iverson would score first. That is not LeBron James's role on any team just because he scores at an elite level. So I want y'all to explain that. What team has LeBron James been on where he's been relegated to the Carmelo Anthony role, the KD role, the Allen Iverson role, the Tracy McGrady role? What team did he do that? Because those are score first players. I want you to explain that. Let's break down real basketball instead of just saying a whole bunch of stuff that he's good at. We're talking about what is his real role. When he was with Cleveland, Miami, came back to Cleveland and LA, what has his role been, SB? Primary role, not secondary.
With the first run in Cleveland, like I was saying, because you keep putting facilitator over there.
Bro, it's all the same. Running the offense, facilitating, floor general, pass first.
Bro.
Pass and facilitate to the
pass first and the facilitator.
Bro, how is two basketball dummies gonna tell me passing and facilitating two different things when you can't even tell me what facilitating is?
But you a coach, you can't decide to find a role.
Okay, SB, we're gonna put you on the big screen. Tell me what facilitating is.
Define it, coach, because you want to call me a dummy.
No. Tell everybody.
No, define it for me. So you
tell everybody.
Explain it, bro.
Tell everybody.
No.
Facilitating is. No, Ralph.
I want you to.
No, SB, I'm not bailing you out. You're on the big screen.
Ain't no bailing me out.
Okay, SB, tell us.
No, you answer it. You keep trying to make a point calling people dummies, bro. Say your point.
No, I just said you're a basketball dummy.
No, you insulted me to try to prove a point.
That's not an insult. That's a fact.
No,
damn.
That's a fact. Hold on. Okay, so hold on. SB, just tell me what facilitating is. I'm not joking. I'm just
you talk, bro.
No, just please tell us.
No, I don't want to talk no more. You talk, bro.
So now you don't want to talk about it no more.
I'm listening. You just insulted me.
No, I'm not insulting you.
You just called me. You said me and Ralph two basketball.
But Ralph doesn't deny it. You do.
All right.
So who said I ain't denying? I'm just chilling. You got all the answers, Sway. Give us the answers.
I want to hear you.
I know LeBron being scored first is cap. That's all I know.
Thank you.
Thank
you, Mingo Justin.
What I meant to say. Being passed first is cap.
Pass first.
He won't shoot the last shot.
Try to pass the ball, bro.
If you shoot the ball first, you gonna shoot the last shot every damn time. But he will pass it to an open player.
Ask you a question.
Get out of here, man. Y'all don't watch basketball. Y'all don't watch basketball, man. You can't tell me y'all watch basketball.
Okay, what separates LeBron from KD and Kobe?
He trusts his teammates.
Thank you. He's a floor raiser.
He trusts his teammates. Why you think people want to go play with him?
And that's what he does. That's what he does.
I'm waiting on.
That's what he does best. That's what he does best.
No, that ain't what he does best. That's why. That's a lie.
He get his team. So how these dudes get all this money when they play with LeBron?
Wrong, bro. Y'all
I just want to ask. I want one of y'all.
Hold on, wait. Y'all skipping all this.
Hold on. Everybody talking. Let's go one at a time.
The question,
bro. Answer what question?
So explain to me how facilitating pass first the same thing. I'm a dummy, so I want to enlighten myself.
To dumb it down. To dumb it down in layman's terms, your facilitator is basically the player that runs your offense.
So what's pass first then?
A pass first player would be a player that's always going to make the best play. So when we talk about LeBron James, he's been criticized because even in clutch moments, he's willing to make the highest IQ play on the floor. When he kicked that ball out to Danny Green, as much as people want to get on him for not taking a stupid shot over 3 players, the best play was to take what the defense gives you, hit the open guy, and Danny Green choked in that moment. And so LeBron James has been killed throughout his career because he's always been willing to be a pass-first player. And irregardless of if he's the best scorer on the floor or not, he's going to make the best basketball play. He's always going to be pass first before he takes a dumb shot. Those dumb shots that y'all call killer instinct because Kobe was willing to chuck up shots over 4 and 5 players. That's because he's such a scorer. Because Jordan was such a scorer, they were willing to take bad shots in the clutch. LeBron James, because of his pass first mentality, he's willing to make those plays, irregardless of the repercussions that come with it. So
thank you, LeBron.
Hold on.
That Mamba mentality.
So what I'm saying is,
Lamar, you just said that, right?
Hold on. Hold on. All I'm saying is this, y'all. We know what LeBron James is. Is he a great scorer? Yes. But when we talk about his mentality, his role has been facilitator. His mentality has been pass first, and he's still a great scorer. And again, that's the when we look at these things, this is what when he retires, the combination of these skill sets are what is going to probably, in my eyes, which like I said, I can't officially label him as the GOAT until he retires. But more than likely, he will take that mantle because of the combination of all these things. I don't think we've ever seen a guy, because pass first is not necessarily a role. Pass first is actually a mentality. Facilitator is an actual role on the court. So his role has been facilitator. His mentality has been pass first, score second. That's a fact. If you want to tell me his, hold on. First of all, his mentality has been pass first. That's a mentality. Pass first is not a role, it's a mentality.
LeBron, you just clearly explained LeBron James' IQ. You did not say shit about pass first. You just said,
everything I just said was about.
You did. You explained his IQ of his
game.
Bro,
I didn't even use the word IQ. First, bro. Okay, what is pass first?
Bro, a pass first player is always going to look for the pass. No. And you just
my bad. That was accident. I'm trying to put you on the big screen.
You muted me, bro.
All right, go ahead. That was an accident.
You got it, bro. You got it.
Now you don't want to tell us what a pass first player is.
You got it, bro.
No, tell us what a pass first player is.
You got it, bro.
Now, but see, this is my thing about the whole score first.
Oh my God! Now you running from.
Ready to mute me.
I was trying to put you on the big screen.
Nah, bro, you got it.
Just go ahead and tell us what a pass first player is.
You got it.
But can you not explain it?
Nope, I don't even know, bro. You right.
All right.
If we not,
now you don't want to tell us. Now you don't want to tell us.
Why do we take the most shots? Arguing over LeBron's attributes for 20 years, bro. Like, come on, we know what this nigga do. He is a facilitator. I can't even say the word. That nigga's the best.
I don't know why people are playing stupid
on his team on both sides, like on both.
What does a facilitator do?
Stupid all of a sudden.
Will you tell me what a facilitator does?
I don't listen.
That's the thing. When has LeBron been looked at as a Kobe type scorer?
Never.
That's what he is.
No, he's not like that.
Can let me talk, bro?
But you just command.
Let me talk.
Go ahead, bro.
First of all, let's just give LeBron James his flowers. This is the most coveted NBA record of all time. The number one record other than chips. Like, we should be blessed that we even seeing this in our lifetime, bro. This is ridiculous. So with that being said, bro, we should give LeBron James his flowers. Going on to this conversation, it's crazy that I think people been watching this guy and they really don't even appreciate his game and what he has done. To call him a scorer first, that's crazy. He's a great scorer, but his mentality has always been get his other teammates involved. He's been criticized for not being a better scorer, not taking the game over because he's that good. when we look at Oscar Robertson averaged 30 points a game in the season. That nigga was a pass first point guard all day long, elevating his team. But the nigga still averaged 30. Ain't nobody finna sit here and say Oscar Robertson was a scorer first. No, LeBron James did the exact same thing. It's crazy. We've been watching this nigga for 20 years and we don't understand his attributes. That's funny to me.
Why he average more?
Hold on, Mac Def. I'm gonna tell you, Mac Def. Mac, you said it great right there.
It's crazy.
But Mac Def, here's the thing. Now that he's about to eclipse a record that was thought to be insurmountable, now all of a sudden people want to redefine what he is, redefine what his role has been in the league. Let's not redefine it now that he's about to do it. Let's not read that. Don't try to trick yourself now. That his role has been facilitator. His mentality has been pass first, which he's been denigrated by his critics for being pass first. This is why y'all say he don't have killer instinct. And he just happens to be one of the greatest scorers of all time. And that's his secondary skill set. That's what he does secondary to his facilitating, playmaking, and passing.
Correct.
That's cap.
He's great.
Okay. So hold on. Let me get Mingo on the screen. Mingo, if you're willing to, so are you ready today to say, because if he's a score first player, that means you have to admit today he's a better scorer than Michael Jordan.
No, I don't have to admit that. I don't have to admit that.
I'm saying.
No, he ain't a scorer first, man. You just want to say that now, man. Come on, man.
He is a scorer
first. Hold on. If he's not, okay, first of all, if y'all tell him he scored first, he has more points than Jordan, right? He's had more points than Jordan in the playoffs as well. He's passed up Jordan at almost every point or anything with regards to
years
points.
Ago too,
so hold on.
Ago.
Are you saying that he's a better scorer than Jordan, Mingo?
No, I'm not saying he's not a better.
Why is he not a better scorer than Jordan, Mingo?
I mean, Jordan literally got more things that
because his mentality is
he had 10 scoring titles. 10 scoring titles. That would qualify him as a better scorer.
Hold on. Hold on,
man.
Bang. Let me just give my take real quick. I got to go back to work. Salute everybody. But Lamont, to answer the question, LeBron is not a pass first nor a score first player. Just like most all-time great players, he innovated the game. So what he is, he's the modern day heliocentric player. So for those who don't know, that just simply means you're the first scoring option as well as the primary facilitator and the primary playmaker for your team. So because look, the first original guy was Oscar Robertson of the 60s, but LeBron is the first guy to do that in the modern era and achieve multiple levels of success at the highest level. I put multiple articles in the backstage from The Athletic, from Berkeley, explaining the definition and the effect they had on the league. Since LeBron came in the league, there's been more guys and more offenses tailor-made around that type of style of player. And the reason why is because Draymond Green broke this down. That type of style of player is difficult to stop and game plan for. So I can't just be like, yeah, I'm gonna take away his scoring, then he's gonna get 10 to 15 assists. I can't just say I'm gonna take away his playmaking, then he's gonna drop 40. So what that is, I like to simply explain it. He's not score first. He's not pass first. He's the first and the highest level modern day heliocentric player.
But now, Sturdy, let me ask you a question. Well, look, my understanding of
that's a little everything.
Hold on. Let me understand. When I say pass first, I do not
learn something new every day.
I don't believe pass first is a role. I believe being a pass first player is a mentality. Mm-hmm. When I call a player a pass first player, that's telling me right there, you're a guy that's willing to make the best play, the next pass, make sure you're getting the highest quality shot up and down the court every time. And this is a skill set. This is a quality. This is a mentality that LeBron James has had that's helped him, but it's also garnered him a ton of criticism. I don't consider pass first a role. It's a mentality. I say that his role on most teams, on every team he's played on, he needs to be that team's facilitator. This is something that he's also been criticized for because even his critics say the Lakers or these teams need to get a real point guard. LeBron James. Why did the people start running around saying LeBron James needs to move off ball? They need to bring back Rondo. Why do people say that if LeBron James isn't the facilitator?
Well,
that's what I mean. Facilitator is a role. The facilitator runs the offense. Now, can the facilitator also lead the team in scoring just like an Oscar? Yes. But again, when I say facilitator, that has nothing to do with being pass first. LeBron James's mentality, because we've seen facilitators like a Trae Young still be selfish and chuck the ball up a ton. So you could be a facilitator that's not pass first, like a Trae Young who wants to chuck up tons of bad shots.
Mac Duff, I ain't got that much time. So to my retort to that, Lamont, is simply this: 19 out of LeBron's 20 years so far, 20 seasons, he led the team in scoring. 19 years. Majority of the playoffs, honestly, every year of the playoffs, he either tied or was the leading scorer for his team as well. Even in dire moments, LeBron has been approached the game with more aggressiveness towards the scoring. Game 6 against Boston, 2016 in Game 7 against the Warriors, 2013 Game 7 against the Spurs, 2007 against the Pistons. Pass first players like a Rondo or Jason Kidd, they would never have performances like that. And so while I'm saying, Lamont, I'm not saying that's wrong. While I am saying that is part of what he became and how he changed the landscape of the entire league.
What about when Magic Johnson did it in '87 though?
So the difference is Mac Def. The difference is Mac Def. No other guy in the modern era had this much consistency as well as this much success playing that style. Right. And last thing too, statistically, Lamont, every single team where LeBron does play that role, their offense skyrockets. It becomes optimized.
Here's the thing is right here.
Yeah.
Just because LeBron has done it to such a high level doesn't change the fact. So we've seen players do this. When you look at players like Gary Payton, who have led their team in scoring, but they were also the team's facilitator and their pass first players. When you look at a player like Isaiah Thomas, who could lead his team in scoring, but also could still be a pass first player mentality, but still the team's facilitator. You could say the same thing. We've seen Magic Johnson do this. We've seen Chris Paul do this. So all throughout NBA history, we've seen players not only lead their team in scoring, but be the team's facilitator and be pass first players. But we've also seen players like the Russell Westbrooks, like the Trae Youngs, be facilitators, but also not have a pass first mentality and chuck up a ton of bad shots. So what I'm saying is with LeBron James, we've seen this in other players. We saw it in Kevin Johnson. We saw it in Isaiah Thomas. We saw it in Chris Paul. LeBron has just done it to a higher level. So let's act like it's not something we've seen before. LeBron James has actually done it better than everybody else. So that's it.
So I'm in with this and I'm gonna hop off the panel. I'm in with this and I'm hop off the panel because, like I said, Lamar, it's not just a fact. Like heliocentric is you are the number one scoring option. You're the primary facilitator, and you're the primary player.
Isaiah Thomas, Gary Payton, Kevin Johnson.
Hold on. When you mention Magic, that's how Mac Dev lost his debate to Tiff. He never led his team in scoring.
I'm saying Gary Payton. I'm not saying for a whole season, Sturdy. I'm saying we've seen in playoff series, we've seen him carry his team in scoring while also being the primary facilitator and being a pass first player.
I never said that. I said that's how you lost your debate.
I'm saying, and with Magic Johnson, we've seen him take over the scoring load and be the team's best scorer in a playoff series or a game. We've seen that. But with Gary Payton, with players like Kevin Johnson, with players like Isaiah Thomas, we've seen them be the team's leading scorer. We've seen them be the team's facilitator, and they're all pass first players. No, otherwise, we have to go with the Bees logic. These guys ain't point guards then.
Well, no. What Bees has is positional expectation. That's not what I'm saying. Well, I'm simply saying, unlike those guys, LeBron did it at not only a higher level, but also did it. Hold on. Not only did it at a higher level, not only did it more consistently, but also his teams needed the way they were built, needed him to do that to optimize the offense. Those other guys you mentioned were in different systems where they're either their team or their offensive scheme got optimized in different manners where they didn't need to do that.
So Isaiah Thomas didn't need to score 20 a game?
No, what I'm saying is the offense wasn't built right. They ran a three. They ran a
Gary
3-guard.
Gary Payton didn't need to score 20 a game?
Lamont. For Isaiah Thomas and the Pistons, they ran a 3-guard rotation of a high pick and roll. That's what their offensive scheme
Are you
is.
telling me the Pistons could have won without Isaiah Thomas averaging more than 20 a game?
What I am telling you is the Pistons could have won, and they did win when Isaiah didn't had to be the primary scorer, the primary facilitator, and the primary playmaker all at one time. That's what I'm saying. Because when you watch those series, Lamont, Joe Dumars picked the responsibility in certain series for facilitating. Joe Dumars also picked up the scoring slack.
Who's the better scorer, Isaiah Thomas or Joe Dumars?
It's not about who's better, Lamont. It's about who's talking about role the whole time.
Okay, who's the better scorer, Isaiah Thomas or Joe Dumars? Just
Isaiah Thomas.
Okay, who's the team's facilitator?
Isaiah Thomas.
Who's the team? Is Isaiah Thomas, does he have a pass-first mentality?
Yes. What about playmaker, Lamont? What about, once again, optimizing the offense? Because while I was mentioning Joe Dumars, that's what literally what happened. But I ain't got it's a good discussion. I gotta get off here. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Get them likes up, y'all.
He dropped the mic and cooked and leave.
Oh, last thing, Lamont, for real. I dropped two. I dropped two interesting articles in the backstage.
Everybody, it's weird. Like I say, we try to put a lot of polish and finesse on this, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's not act like we haven't seen this before. Y'all just haven't seen anybody do it to this degree. We saw,
been watching this
like
nigga
I
for
said,
20 seasons.
everybody act like a Chris. Yeah, do y'all know that Gary Payton could lead his team in scoring, but also be a pass-first player and a facilitator? Kevin Johnson, Gary Payton, all throughout NBA history, we've seen this. But yet, when LeBron does it, all of a sudden he can't be a facilitator, pass-first player. He's just an all-out scorer when he does it.
Everything you credit for your point was about LeBron James' IQ on his own.
I never said the word IQ one time.
Everything you acknowledge, you just said his ability to take advantage of what the defense give you. That's his IQ, bro.
Okay,
that's not saying that he's pass first.
But what do you believe LeBron is? You tell us what you believe.
He's one of the greatest all-around players we ever seen.
Okay, what is his role?
It depends on what scenario.
What is his primary role?
Break it down for
when
you.
When the Lakers play tonight, what is his primary role when he steps on that court? On an NBA scouting report, what do you believe his role is going to be listed as?
Again, Lamont, it depends on the situation, the scenario of the team. Because if AD was here, would he be the main scorer? No, it would give it run through AD, bro. Stop acting like you don't understand this, bro.
I just asked you an easy question.
Who they play?
They play, believe Memphis.
Yeah, they play the Grizzlies.
Score, but probably.
So you saying? So hold on. Yes. You're telling me.
They're gonna lose.
Hold on. So you're telling me on the scouting report for tonight, it's gonna say that LeBron James is the primary scorer for the Lakers, and that's his offensive role.
Who is the primary scorer of the Lakers, Lamont?
No, I'm just asking you what his role is.
He's gonna have to score.
Hold on. SB. Yeah, you confusing. This is what y'all confuse. You're confusing what he can do with what his role is. Don't confuse the two.
I'm not confusing that. I just told you it depends on the scenario.
We know he can score 30, but his role. What is his role? Okay, bro. What is his role for tonight?
Who's going to score?
Oh my God, bro. You keep avoiding this question. I don't know.
You not answering mine? Okay, you know what? You got it, bro. You got it. Ain't no point. How you ask a question without answering mine?
How is Rowe gonna be facilitating tonight when Westbrook gonna end up with like 15 more?
Hold on. Okay, so are you telling me that Westbrook is a better facilitator than LeBron?
No, who's saying that?
So assist and in output numbers don't change your role. It don't mean you're better at a role. It don't define your role. You know, if the Domantas Sabonis ends the night with 8 or 9 assists, doesn't mean he was the team's facilitator. That doesn't. Sometimes it just happens that way. LeBron is that team's facilitator. That means you run the offense.
Most of the season this year.
And LeBron James.
When
I say facilitate, and when I say pass first is not a role. Y'all talking about pass first as a coach goes into a huddle and say, your role on this next play is pass first. There's no such thing as a pass first role. It's either you are a pass first mentality or you don't. Kobe did not have a pass first mentality. Jordan did not have a pass first mentality.
Not true.
Carmelo Anthony did not have a pass first mentality.
The game plan was given to Shaq. What are you talking about?
Hold on, stop yelling, bro. Hold on. What are y'all talking about? These y'all keep talking about pass first like it's an actual real role.
All these players that are guns, just because you a gun, don't mean you a
scorer.
Bro,
but when you're a gun, that means you don't have a pass first mentality.
That don't mean you a scorer. You just jack up a lot of shots.
Bro, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, the one thing we know for certain is that most of the greatest scorers of all time, if not all of them, were not pass first players.
So you say just because you lead your team in assists, you're not pass first?
What?
I'm asking.
When you talk, you make our
no, because Russell Westbrook led his team in assists, but nobody would call him a pass first player because he does not have a pass first mentality.
LeBron is not a pass first player either.
LeBron is a pass first player.
He's not a pass first player.
All right. Okay, so basically when you say he's not a pass first player, that means you're telling me he has that same killer instinct that Kobe and Jordan have.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. Yes, he
why
does.
y'all fake it? Oh my God.
Lamont, Sturdy just broke it down for you. And his most
hold on.
Sturdy was wrong.
Sturdy wasn't wrong. What Sturdy said made the most sense.
No, what Sturdy said is he's the only one that did that, and that's not true.
Hold on. Did y'all just admit that Jordan has killer instinct?
Drop that link.
LeBron James
Art and Esau want to come in.
Yeah, y'all kill. I don't know.
Y'all just said
what's
Jordan
up with y'all
has the
this
same
morning, bro?
So all that fake killer instinct stuff that y'all say Kobe and Jordan has, y'all say LeBron has that same killer instinct, right?
Thank you.
Please say that again.
And you know why? You know why?
No,
you know why?
Don't, bro.
You know why? You know why? Because it's what y'all said. The numbers prove it. He has more.
They so willing to try to sound right that now they want to fake in this fake killer instinct narrative that was already fake. Now they saying LeBron James has that same killer instinct now.
So y'all just proved us a dozen times. Wait a minute. Y'all just proved. No, that's not. That's cap because y'all just proved us over a million times that LeBron has the most clutch stats of Kobe and Jordan. So if he had the most clutch stats of Kobe and Jordan, why
he don't though? That's what I'm trying to tell you. He don't have.
There's no more vote debate now. They just said that whatever this killer instinct stuff was, whatever this killer instinct stuff was, they just said Jordan. They said LeBron has it too. That kills the GOAT argument.
Don't have a killer instinct.
That kills the GOAT argument.
Wait. Tell me, let me say it. So wait, you don't have a killer instinct when you go.
Bro, you know what I mean when I say killer instinct.
Let me explain my point. So you don't have a killer instinct. You scored 25 straight points from the fourth to the overtime to get rid of the Detroit Pistons. You don't have a killer instinct to go in game 6 to dominate Boston, to go to a game 7 with the Heat. You don't have killer instinct. You go down 3-1 and come back.
Hold on, SB, but SB.
You watch Skip Bayless.
SB.
Got him.
Hold on, SB.
Bro. Stop it, bro.
SB.
You try to
SB. Hold on, SB. You're right. Hold on,
SB. We know what he's doing.
Hold on, y'all. Let me respond to SB. SB. I've always believed personally that this killer instinct was all BS because it's all subjective.
Agreed.
But I'm just using this killer instinct narrative because when you hear the critics, the people who want to separate MJ and Kobe from LeBron, what is this weird thing that they use that say they separates MJ, Kobe from LeBron? They say MJ and Kobe have killer instinct. So what I'm talking about, I know that LeBron James is elite in late game. I just don't want to use this fake killer instinct narrative, right? So basically, when y'all say that he doesn't, because the one thing that's killed LeBron James throughout his career, where critics kill him, because they say he's pass first, he's not willing to have that killer instinct like the MJs and the Kobe's. That's what the critics say. So with Mingle Jester saying that LeBron does have that killer instinct, that means Mingo Jester. That means you have to admit today that you believe LeBron is the GOAT. Because if he has all these attributes that you hold on, Mingo Jester, let me finish. Mingo Jester. Hold on, Mingo Jester. Hold on, Mingo. Hold on. Mingo Jester. This is the problem.
Hell no.
Hold on. This is the problem, Mingo Jester. If you're willing to say that he has all these attributes, passing, facilitating, greatest scorer, and then you now have killed the killer instinct
Never said
narrative.
he was
Because
the greatest
hold
scorer.
on, Mingo. Keep the audio clean. Because I'm gonna let you respond. Because Mingo Jester just said LeBron does have killer instinct as we define it with Kobe and LeBron. So if he has that killer instinct and all of these other things, how is he not your GOAT? Or are you just trying to sound right for the conversation?
Now I'm going to tell you why. First of all, I never said he was the best scorer. I said Jordan still was the best scorer. Remember when I said that? Don't put words in my mouth. That's a lie. Also, yes, LeBron has the scoring. He has the passing.
No, address the killer instinct.
He has the stats.
Address the killer instinct, please.
He has the killer instinct. To me, he does. I never was one of the ones that told me LeBron ain't got no killer instinct. Yes, he does. How do you not like what SB just said? How do you not have a killer instinct when you're doing all of
but
Come on, bro, make it make sense.
Mingo Jester, I've never used this BS. I told you to start. Personally, I feel like this killer instinct stuff is BS. I'm saying when the way I was talking to y'all, I'm saying this BS killer instinct stuff, because the killer instinct just means you're willing to take a bad shot late game. That's all it means. So with the fact that y'all are taking away this pass, and the reason why Jordan and Kobe had killer instinct as they define it is because they weren't pass first players. So if you're willing to tell me that's what LeBron James does or is willing to do, and he has that killer instinct, then there should be no doubt in your mind that he's the GOAT.
No.
Because he can't have done everything that he's already done in his career, and then you add this fake killer instinct to it like you just gave him, and then walk away from it saying he's not the GOAT. How?
Scottie Pippen said he don't have the clutch gene.
Killer instinct is nostalgia, and let's just call it what it is. I mean, like how do you define killer instinct? Like how do you measure killer instinct? Like
killer instinct.
I already said it's subjective. I said it was subjective, but what I'm saying is, remember, it's been a fake narrative. I'm saying the separation, the critics only. Critics separate Kobe and Jordan from LeBron primarily because they say those two have killer instinct, meaning they're willing to take bad shots late game, and LeBron will be a pass first player late game and will hit any guy that's open because it's the highest percentage shot. Is that a fact? Yes or no?
Who are you referring that to?
I'm saying more likely than not, will Kobe take the tough shot or make the best pass?
Take the bad shot.
No, he's Kobe going to shot.
More times than not, will Jordan take the bad shot or make the best pass?
Take the
shot.
More times than not, LeBron will take a bad shot or make the best pass.
He gonna make that best dumbass pass.
Defer.
Okay, so that is what makes you a pass first player.
Jordan give us the Steve Kerr one of the clutches moments.
How many times did Mike do that, bro? How many times did he pass the ball?
He did that a lot, just like Kobe to Shaq.
He did this dumbass narrative talking about
do it a lot.
LeBron.
Kobe did pass to Shaq a lot,
bro. Y'all clearly don't know LeBron's game, bro. You're talking to an avid LeBron fan, bro. He's not a fucking score first player. What
yes,
y'all
he is.
about, bro?
Let him cook, y'all. He just got here, y'all. Hold on. Let him
bro.
cook.
And play, bro. Do you remember game 1 of the Pistons? When he kicked it to Danielle Marshall, he got criticized for that, bro. What are you talking about? Same shit in Utah. He kicked it to Udonis Haslem, got criticized for it. So what do y'all mean? Oh, he's a score first this and like, bro, y'all clearly don't know this man's game, bro.
Well, we can name more times when he took over games.
Come on, let him finish.
So in the same Piston series, you tell me if he hadn't took over scoring 25 straight, who the fuck was gonna score, bro? Tell me that.
So how does it make him pass first?
Okay. That means he scored first, dummy.
Scored.
No, it don't.
No, it doesn't.
Hey, hold on.
Listen,
hold on,
no, it doesn't.
Y'all niggas are stupid.
I'm just saying he not
okay.
I don't understand the narrative shift all of a sudden. I don't understand.
This is crazy.
I think we arguing
He's
the
a
same
Kobe
point.
level scorer now.
Wait. I think we all arguing the same point. Nobody here believes LeBron to score first. Nobody believes LeBron pass first.
There are people who believe LeBron scored first.
That's what I'm saying. He's just not pass first, bro. He's just an all-around entity, bro.
Hold on.
LeBron has the ball in his hand.
What do you mean he's not pass first?
He's not, bro. He like what's his IQ?
Okay, so if he's not pass first, hold on. If he's not pass first, SB, then explain those situations that GJ just talked about.
What he just said, he scored 25 points straight.
No, bro. SB, those are situations that he gets criticized for passing it late game because he's always looking to make the right play. After you guys just admitted that Kobe and Jordan will not make those passes late game. What I'm saying to you is, if he is not a pass first player, then explain those plays where LeBron made the right pass but got criticized because those guys didn't make wide open buckets.
So niggas making the right play makes you pass first.
Hold on. Hold on, Ralph. I just asked y'all a very simple question.
That has more to do with IQ.
Hold on, Mingo. Hold on. Let me give y'all a chance to answer this again because I think this is what breaks it down the easiest. Late game situation, or really any time during the game. Shot clock winding down, something like that. Kobe and Jordan, they have the ball. Will they take a bad shot first or make the right play to an open guy first? What will they do first? What will, if LeBron James, late in the shot clock or late game, has the ball, two guys on him, is he more likely than not? Will he take the bad shot or will he make the right pass?
He gonna pass the ball, and that's why the other team gonna win.
That is the separation between a pass first player and a guy that's not pass first.
But I don't understand how a nigga plays point guard and is the primary ball handler and a pass first facilitator. Like, what the fuck is y'all watching, bro?
But Lamont,
hey. Mac that's how he go pass the ball.
The nigga is a ball. The nigga is ball dominant his whole career and averaging 7 assists.
Hold on, bro.
One at a time.
McDuff, is Kyrie Irving pass first?
No, he's not a pass first.
No. Who the primary?
No, he's not a pass first.
You gotta just jump in there.
Being a primary ball handler doesn't have anything to do with being pass first.
Thank you.
Hold on. SB, did you just say being a primary ball handler makes you pass first?
That's what McDuff just said.
No, I said LeBron has been the primary ball handler at the
guy who's the primary ball handler.
Let me finish. I said LeBron James has been the primary ball handler, the most usage, playing the point guard position and averaging 7-8 assists. How is he not a facilitator and pass first player? That's what I'm saying.
Asked you a question. Who is the primary?
Nigga, Kyrie Irving is a scorer. We know that.
No, listen. You just said who runs the point guard, who's the primary ball handler, have a high usage rate, average about like 7 something assists. Kyrie Irving has done that before. Stupid, man. Like, what are you talking about?
No.
All right, y'all.
So hold on.
Hold on. Let somebody else cook for a second, y'all.
Go ahead, Art.
Go ahead. Let somebody else talk. We've been talking to her. Go ahead.
Oh, nigga, you moved the goalpost so many times.
I feel like LeBron is the greatest all-around player, right? But we got to take out what we really think out of it and look at his career and what he's done. He came into the league as a pass first player because that's the kind of player he grew up being. Yeah, nobody ever talked about the joy he talked about from his teammates succeeding, and that made him the kind of player that he is. You know what I'm saying? LeBron been first team been an all NBA player for 19 years now, scoring, rebounding, defense, all of the above. You know what I'm saying? But he made it a point to get his teammates ready for the playoffs, for later on in the season, make sure they're comfortable, make sure they get their shots up, you know what I'm saying? Make sure they're ready. And to me, that's one of his greatest attributes. You know what I'm saying? So anytime somebody say that he's not a pass first player, you know what I'm saying? They just don't want to talk about his scoring that goes along with it. He could be one of the greatest pass first guys and one of the greatest scorers of all time. Both of those things can be simultaneously. He probably will go down as the greatest scorer of all time. He will probably go down as a top 3 assist player of all time. Both of these things are applicable. So I don't understand why only the haters will try to flip one of those comments to be a negative for the other side. Just like We trying to knock it down to late game whether he passes or shoot. Bron shoots more than he passes in late game situations. He's just smart enough not to take dumb shots like Jordan and Kobe did. So please don't use the fact that late game situations make him a pass first. It's more like his whole damn career. Go ahead.
Exactly.
But
Wait a minute. Let me say this. Hold on. Hold on. That's cap. Because see the thing is.
Hold on 1 second, Mingo. Hold on, man. Let me respond to Art. And what I wanted to say, Art, I didn't just say late game. See, I put parameters on it to help y'all understand what his mentality would be. And I can ask you the same thing, Art, and I think you would be able to answer this question. I said late shot clock because I know if LeBron James has a one-on-one situation where he feels like he can get the highest percentage shot, if he sees the angle to the rim, we know he's going to take it. What I said was late game, late shot clock situation, he's double teaming the bad situation. Is he more apt? Does his mentality, his style of play, will he more so kick it to the open man to get the highest percentage shot, or will he be more prone to take a bad shot as opposed to what we've seen from Kobe and Jordan take bad shots more times than not? They were more willing to take the bad shot as opposed to make the right basketball play. And that's why those two were defined as having killer instinct, because they're willing to take those dumb, goofy shots as opposed to making the right play. When we seen LeBron James, if the right play at the end of the game calls for him to attempt to take the shot and score, he will do it. But if it's a bad, this is what I mean by he's the facilitator. If it's not good for the offense, if it's not conducive to potentially winning, if it's not the highest percentage shot he can get on the floor, he's going to be what we call, he's going to always have that pass first mentality, because you're not going to bait him into taking dumb, bad shots. And that's the difference between being a bad, it's however you want to take it.
You're the best
pass first is a mentality, y'all. Kobe
not
did not have
every
a pass
time.
first
Whoever
mentality.
said that, not every time.
I don't give a
Hold on, y'all. And I'm not saying, when I say this, y'all, I'm not saying every time he's just going to pass the ball just because it's in the clutch. That's not what a facilitator does. That's not what LeBron does. Your mentality kicks in when you're in a dire situation. You either have to take the shot or you have to make the right pass, double teamed. LeBron James is going to make the right pass. He's a pass first player. And so don't confuse that with me saying he's not clutch, because we know he's more clutch than Kobe and Jordan percentage wise.
And that's why we've always said LeBron ain't got the clutch.
I was just saying when you have it late in game situations, you know what I'm saying? It's what them putting up shots with 4 people on them. That's, to me, that was never killer instinct. That was just stupidity.
No, but that's
the Kobe Tards turn that from being stupid is passing to the open guy to just taking every single shot, whether it's 50 feet away, 5 people on you. Kobe Tards made that up.
Mentality. If you're the best player on the team, you're the best scorer, you take the last shot. That's always
Thank you.
mentality.
Thank you.
Even
why did Michael Jordan
all
pass
of a sudden
Steve Kerr
it's so-called a bad shot.
So why did Michael Jordan pass to Steve Kerr, sir? He didn't take that shot.
Yeah, because he's seen it coming. He's seen the double team coming.
And pass to a wide open person, and you mad?
Michael Jordan has hit over 50 game winners, but the one time he passes,
he doesn't have over 50 game
all of a sudden,
no,
I don't think
he did it one time.
LeBron got the most buzzer beaters in playoff history. So
who am I talking to?
Let's Mac
He ain't got none in the finals. He ain't got none in the finals.
Come on,
man. The finals is in the playoffs, bro. Stop, get off of it, bro. You got to knock it off.
I'm staying consistent.
If he not clutch, you don't have a clutch gene. He wouldn't have him anyway.
I'm staying consistent. When we've said in the past that LeBron James don't have a clutch gene, that he doesn't have killer instinct.
That's the
reason we said that is because in clutch situations, time running out. LeBron James.
Hold on, let him explain it. Let him say
it. LeBron James is actually willing to make the correct play and pass if he had to. In the past we would say that, bro, take the fucking last shot. You don't have killer instinct. Now, Same thing today. When we look at LeBron James, we want to change the narrative and say he does have killer instinct, that he is clutch. And it's like, bro, no, the killer instinct is always, no matter what, taking the shot over two people, guys hanging on you. That is the killer instinct. Kobe and Jordan always had that. LeBron
just proved
James
my
has
point,
always
Lamont.
made
Thank
the
you.
right play. And I'm
Kobe
not
Torres
saying,
made it
and I'm
stupid.
not saying that's wrong.
Man,
that is
shut up.
right. That is correct.
Nah,
That
Kobe
is what
Torres
you're
made
supposed to
that.
do.
Hold on,
Kobe
y'all. Let me
Torres
go to
made that aspect of the game
Man,
stupid.
yeah, I know it ain't. That's
Hold
cap.
on, y'all. Let
No,
me go to Pootie. Pootie
Bro,
just pulled up.
that is facts, bro.
Hold on,
Y'all trying to
Pootie.
change the
Appreciate you
Not
pulling up. I gotta
narrative
get
facts,
to.
bro. Come on, man.
Hold on, I gotta get to Pootie. I gotta get to
You
Muhammad.
can hit a game-winning shot a million different ways, bro. The
Hold
point
on,
is to
y'all.
win the game, not to be just so selfish that I'm going to take every last shot that
Yeah,
ever
Let me get
pass
exists.
the
to
ball to Daniel Marshall, let
McDuff.
him
Hold
miss
on
the
one
shot, and
second.
y'all
Hold
lose
on
the
one
game.
second,
Pass the
McDuff.
ball
Hold
to
on.
Kyle Korver, let him miss the shot, and y'all lose the game.
Hold
Pass
on,
the ball to
McDuff. Hold on
fucking
one
Danny
second.
Green and
Come
lose.
on, hold on, McDuff. McDuff, hold on, man. Bro, we got other people that just popped in. I don't want them waiting too long. Like I said, I don't want to have to mute y'all, but I want to get to everybody. I know Pootie just pulled up. I know Muhammad, hopefully I'm saying the name right, has been waiting. And then we got Primetime just pulled up. Pootie, what you got on that?
Yo, like Mac Def just said, that is killer instinct taking the shot over a bunch of dudes. Like, no matter how bad it may look, Kobe is the best bad shot maker of all time. At times where it looked like it wasn't going in, it went in at times. Kobe, if he misses the clutch shot, he will be willing to take the responsibility and blame from the media for missing the clutch shot.
Fucking cap.
LeBron will pass that shit. He will defer to another guy and let him get all the blame. Come on now.
Fucking
Y'all
cap.
Braun Torres
But
is crazy, bro.
he's known y'all to
Hold on,
criticize him
Lamont.
for making that
Yes,
play
yes.
his
There's
whole
nothing
career. So you
wrong.
don't
Hold
think
on.
when he makes
There's
that play,
nothing wrong
he's
with
not
that.
aware that you're gonna have that criticism for him after 20 years?
Hold on, y'all.
And what
I'm not
happened to
saying
Kobe killer instinct in Phoenix when he just decided to stop shooting because he was
But
mad
this
that the
idea that
media was
LeBron gonna
talking about
pass
him?
it to avoid criticism is a
And
joke to
there's
me.
nothing wrong with LeBron
What kind of
passing the ball
criticism
and
he should
making
have
a
took for that?
basketball play. There's nothing wrong with that.
no, hold on, McDuff.
Hey,
I'm not saying having a pass first mentality is wrong. I'm just saying there's a difference between the type of scorer who doesn't have
No,
a
I
pass
agree
first
with you.
mentality and the type of scorer like LeBron who does have a pass first mentality. As good,
Correct.
LeBron James can have 50 points, but at the end of the game, his pass first mentality will always kick in if you send a triple team at him and you got another guy. It could be goddamn Russell Westbrook standing at the top of the key in the 3-point line. LeBron James will make that pass.
No,
The pass first mentality is
George Hill.
hold on, McDuff. Your pass first mentality is innate. It's what you do when the pressure kicks in. It's what you do just naturally. Kobe is going to take that fadeaway three with three people jumping on him. We've seen multiple clips of it where Kobe is taking horrible game-winning shots, missed it, clanked it, and you got three people standing wide open out there because he doesn't have a pass-first mentality. LeBron James's innate ability is that he's willing to make that pass, whether criticism or not, make or miss. He's going to find the highest percentage shot, whether it's him taking the shot or whether it's him kicking it to an open guy. That's all we're saying. And it's not a criticism. It's just a mentality. Some guys
can I
are
ask him
pass
a
first,
question, Lamont?
other
Can I
guys
ask
not.
Mac Def a question?
Hold on. Let me go to Primetime real quick, and then I'm gonna let you answer that question because Primetime been sitting here. Primetime, what's good, man? What you got on it?
Well, what's up, y'all? Good morning, y'all. I just want to say when it comes to the LeBron thing, look, this whole narrative about LeBron not being clutch. Now, granted, I'm not the biggest LeBron fan, but I will say this whole narrative of him being clutch, it's false. Okay, he's way more clutch than people give him credit for. I mean, the first thing I point to, Game 6 against Boston. That moment, that situation proved that he can be clutch. Now, the problem is, what's LeBron's greatest attribute is his greatest weakness. Yes, he trusts his team, but some situations, his problem is he trusts them too much sometimes. Like sometimes in situations, you have to be in these situations where, listen now, fuck that. I'm winning the game for this team. There's a situation where LeBron will be too trusting in situations. The first example I could think of, Game 1 against the Warriors. All right, LeBron was destroying the Warriors. The Warriors could not stop him. In that situation, when the game was to be won, when LeBron said, "Nah, fuck this. This is a big game. I'm winning this game," he gives the ball to George Hill, and we all know what happened to that. That his greatest attribute is sometimes his greatest weakness.
But prime
And
time.
that's when people be like,
hold on, prime time. Hey, prime time. Let me tell you something. Just like you say that being at pass first mentality has been a weakness for LeBron.
You flip it.
Well, hold on. If you flip it, Kobe Bryant has missed 42 game winning shots, right? And a lot of those shots, if you go look at them, are bad shots with double teams, well defended, other guys wide open. So on the flip side, if you flip it, how come you don't look at the games? No,
I'll never defend Kobe.
What I'm saying is, you can go to Jordan as well. But with these other guys that we want to say have killer instinct, how is it killer? Is if the majority of time you take these shots, you're missing them more than you make them. The percentage of like at the same rate, whether when LeBron kicks it out to a guy, guys can make or miss shots. This killer instinct on the flip side, in most times, Kobe and Jordan are missing these shots, not making them. Yet we want to take the few times where they make them and say they have killer instinct. Now having this killer instinct is something that we need. I think it's a fake narrative. Kobe's missed 42 possible game winners. Most of them
it's not a fake narrative.
Now,
LeBron James,
you'll never hear me. You'll never. Let me respond. Okay. The difference, one, I will never defend Kobe. Okay, I feel like when it came to the clutch situation, I feel like Kobe. But where I say LeBron's underrated, Kobe's overrated in that situation. So I'll never defend Kobe when it comes to clutch shots. My thing is, when I whatever. But like when it comes to situations when the game is on the line, you want your best player with the ball in his hands, win or lose. Okay, do you want LeBron James to take the shot, or do you want fucking Mo Williams or
prime time?
Or
what you said was
whatever.
But what you said, prime time, was at the end of the game, I want my best player with the ball. That's a fact.
Yes.
But at the end of the game, you want your best player to make the best play. Well, and then so if you're just saying you want the best player to take the shot, that means at the end of the games, then the Lakers should have just been giving the ball to Shaquille O'Neal, and just saying, Shaquille O'Neal, go to work late game. So it don't always work like that. Because at the end of the game, sometimes you don't always want your best player with the ball.
Is LeBron the greatest driver to the hoop in NBA history?
It doesn't matter. If he gets triple teamed.
No, it does matter.
You sound like Skip Bayless, bro.
But prime time, at the end of the day, if LeBron
nobody can stop him.
Hold on, but again, remember that play with Danny Green.
Exactly.
LeBron drove. He got triple teamed. You say he's the greatest driver in the world. Should he have taken that horrible shot? Or he kicked it out to Danny Green, who was wide the fuck open. And Danny Green, who was getting paid $15 million a year to make open threes, missed the shot. Y'all act like these other guys ain't paid to play a role either. Danny Green's role was to be a 3-and-D player. That means make threes and defend. LeBron James' role is to run. It don't matter. And again, I don't criticize Danny Green for missing that shot, just like I'm not criticizing LeBron for making the right pass. But again, I promise you, y'all would have criticized the fuck out of LeBron if he would have took that dumbass shot over three people and airballed that motherfucker.
But can I ask you a question though?
Y'all would have been like LeBron. I would have been like LeBron choked. He choked. He took a dumb shot. Danny Green was wide open at the top of the key. So there's no winning and losing for LeBron. Because even when he does what y'all want him to do, y'all criticize him.
Can I ask everybody a question?
I criticize him.
So
sure.
How does a dude that's not clutch, quote unquote, how does a dude that's not clutch make the finals 10 times? Just answer me that, please.
Put it into context.
What you mean? That's a simple question.
You're saying he made the finals, but it's how many finals?
Hold on. Y'all keep saying he's not clutch, this, that, and the third, right? But yet he's made deep playoff runs, 10 finals runs, bro. How does a guy that's not clutch do that, bro? Please.
How many finals did he win?
It don't matter.
Bro,
He
this
made
guy-
it not being clutch, right?
He won
He
4
made
of them.
10 finals not being clutch, right?
Oh my
He made
God,
10
bro.
So
finals
are you
not
gonna
being
argue
clutch, right?
Larry Bird is not clutch
Oh,
because
okay,
he only
that's what
got
I
3
thought.
rings?
Somebody on here catching
Oh
me,
my
man.
God.
Time out. No, time
So how
out.
can you have
Are
the
we
most
gonna
buzzer
argue
beaters in playoff history and not
everybody
be
with
clutch?
less rings than
Hold
LeBron
on.
isn't clutch?
Hold
Is
on.
that
So,
is
so
that what
hold
we're
on.
doing?
Because y'all
How
keep
can
saying
you
this
how
clutch
can you
shit, right?
explain away the most buzzer beaters in playoff history, sir?
Exactly.
Why would they?
How can you explain that away?
The real question is why did it always have to come to that
Nah,
with
answer
LeBron?
my
No.
question, Showtime.
Oh,
Is that Showtime?
Yeah, y'all avoid
No.
those questions, bro.
Yeah, I don't
Y'all
know.
talk
Answer my
about
question,
all
bro.
this
How can you
killer
explain
instinct.
away
LeBron
How
James
can you
is
explain the most
clutch.
game-winning shots in the playoffs, bro? What's good? Let's talk about it.
I could have sworn.
Something with some meat on it.
People. Could have sworn people say here that he is clutch, but all right.
No,
But
it's
y'all
it's
act
the
like
brother right.
Kobe
It's
got
the
like
brother right
6 more
below me.
champions. Yeah, this is
No,
what
I
y'all
want you to
kill me,
speak
bro.
on it.
Like y'all act like Mike and Kobe got like 10 more championships. Like Mike got
Who
2
said
more
they
and Kobe
did?
only got
Who
1.
said
Like,
they did?
what are
They
we
don't.
talking about, bro?
They don't.
With all this dumbass killer instinct y'all
Listen,
talking about, Mike only
Bro,
got 2 more and Kobe only got 1 more with all
So
that
hold on.
dumbass killer instinct.
This is what we
So
can
what
do,
are we
y'all.
talking about, bro?
This is what we can do, y'all.
the fact
Just
is that they want
Come
more.
on,
That's
man.
it.
Just like killer instinct is a mentality that can help.
Y'all kill me with that.
Hold on, DJ. Just like killer instinct is a mentality that can be positive or negative late game, it's the same way being pass first is a mentality that could be positive or negative late game. That's all we're saying. So again, I don't know why people put killer instinct in this high regard, but they don't have being pass first in that same high regard. They're just 2 different types of mentalities, 2
no,
different
I
types of playing
do.
styles that have worked and they have also failed both
Thank
players.
you.
Being
And
killer
I
instinct has
look
helped
at.
Kobe,
So
but being killer instinct has hurt Kobe. Being
All
pass
right, can
first has
we?
hurt and helped LeBron as well. There is
Facts.
no one is greater than the other. They're just that's why I say pass first is a mentality. It's not a role.
Thank,
You cannot
thank
just
you.
go tell a player to be pass first. You
exactly.
can never go to Carmelo and say, "This game I need you to be pass first." It's not in him to do that. It's not in his mentality, his scoring makeup. You couldn't tell Tracy McGrady, be pass first tonight. That's your role. I don't care if Yao Ming was cooking. It's just not in him. It's a mentality. And so with LeBron, you can't tell him to just go have this killer instinct. It's his mentality to always go for the right play, make the bet, make the whatever the highest percentage play is. That's his mentality. So that's when I say
This
he's
is
pass first. It's his mentality, and he's shown us that with his play. So when people say otherwise and try to convince us that he's a score first player, that means you're putting him on the level with the Jordans and the Kobe scoring the basketball, even the KDs. And if you
and it's
do that,
not.
that
It's
means you
not.
are admitting he is the greatest player of all time. If he is, then if he's the one of the best scorers, and he's done all of these other things to follow.
Yeah, I don't understand. He's done it the right way and he's done it differently than Kobe and Jordan. He's done it differently, but he still has a killer instinct. He still is clutch. He just did it differently.
He did it
My
differently and he
perspective
did it better.
on my take is what I'm saying.
Did it
Why
better.
people
I
say
don't know
why
about
the
better.
narrative is
Did
LeBron
it
James
better.
doesn't have the killer instinct.
Yep,
The
better.
narrative is because
That's a
he's
lie.
doing it differently. We think killer instinct is Jordan and Kobe taking the last shot, and LeBron doesn't do that all the time. So that's the narrative. But how I see it, he's just doing it differently. They both, all 3 of them niggas got killer instinct, and all 3 of them niggas is clutch.
No. Hold on. It like I said, if we just, I would just say use killer instinct as the critics define it. Somebody who's always willing
Oh
to
yeah,
take
the last shot.
a bad shot,
Exactly.
whether it's good or bad. They're willing to just hold the ball and take tough shots. And at the end of the day, that's not LeBron's mental makeup. He's
For real.
always, just like we saw him pass it to Udonis Haslem and all these other plays, he's going to make the right play. That's a pass first mentality. You can't. That's one of the things. That's the reason why he's up there in assists. That's the reason why he's top 10 in assists all time. And it's because of that mentality. So we can't take it away from him because this is what has made him the greatest all around player of all time. The pass first mentality. But his role on the court, there's no coach that's sent him out on the floor and said, tonight, your role is to be scored first. We're going to put you in that KD because then you're taken away from what makes him great. He needs to be a facilitator first to be as great as he is. Otherwise, he's not LeBron. He's just like KD. He's just one of these other big wings that can just score. That's not him.
Yeah, facts. These numbers that he's putting up is ridiculous. Top 10
it's
assists and
unprecedented.
points. We ain't gonna never see this again.
Kobe would never. Jordan would never.
Stop.
We never gonna see this shit again, bro.
And tell your boy to come back and make some more game-winning shots in the playoffs.
The cap. The cap is crazy.
Would never what?
He would never
How is
average
the cap?
30 in year 19 and 20 because he didn't.
Yeah, LeBron's not the first type.
The
of
man, is he stupid? Oh my god,
we don't know that, bro. We don't know that.
What?
Okay,
we don't know
did Kobe
what?
play 19 year 20?
He wasn't in
Yes
the
or no?
playoffs, so
he was not the same player. What are you talking about?
My question, bro. Did he play year 19 or year 20?
Point,
Yes, he did, but he was not the same player. That's the point. He was not the same player. He was not the same
I said
player.
Kobe would never, and he didn't.
no.
Jordan would never because he didn't, because he quit.
He quit. That's what you're going with right now? He quit?
That's what happened when you retire because things not going your way. That's quit.
This shit is laughable.
He quit in 98 because things didn't go his way. He quit.
He got
Blame Jerry Krause.
What more do you want to bring?
Hey, bro.
Blame Jerry Krause. He broke the team up.
Hey, make sure we go one at a time, y'all. Make sure we go one
Jerry
at a time.
Krause because of Jerry Krause. Michael Jordan quit.
Art.
Bro, they could have won in 99, bro.
But y'all don't blame Dan Gilbert for LeBron leaving the first time.
We do blame Dan Gilbert somewhat. We somewhat blame him.
Nah.
Hey, salute to One Cool P, y'all. I didn't know she was watching, man. Salute to One Cool P.
What up, One Cool P?
Come on, man.
What's up, Cool?
Come on, bro.
Hey, what's up, Art? How you doing, my man?
What's up, my boo? Eastside.
Hey,
Come on, bro.
to anyone who doesn't know me, I'm just a semi-regular guy on another sports stream. This is the first time I'm on Lamont's panel. So what's up, everybody? Hey, Art.
What's up, my boo? Yes,
He got on the point of you saying that Jordan quit. Dude, the guy got 6 chips and he went out. What more do you want of him? Do you want him to go and go out like a bitch, which he did in the Wizard years, so you can say he didn't quit?
No, what I want for him is not to quit the first time after his 3 rings. Talk about the game didn't have anything else to offer him. He lost all his drive and motivation. Don't quit, right? The second time he quit, he was mad because they wouldn't.
Quit for what? Hey, look. If he didn't win those 3 chips, if he didn't look, hey, Art,
because he was done playing.
Art,
Yes, one at a time.
Art.
Can I finish though?
If he didn't win, go ahead.
One at a time, fellas. Can I finish? The first time, right? What's his excuse? Because you just can't say he just left. Because LeBron y'all would never give LeBron that credit after he repeated in Miami. He had a press conference like, yeah, I ain't got nothing else left for this game. This game ain't got nothing else left for me. Y'all will murder him. So don't give Jordan no credit for quitting twice.
LeBron.
Let me reply to this. Okay, let me reply to this. You can say that if Jordan didn't win a 3-peat, because his mentality was, let me win a 3-peat, and I'm done, because
but no,
neither. Let me finish. Can I finish? Because he felt that his job is done, because ain't no player in a team won 3 chips in a row. Not ever, but his mentality was not what his name? Not Larry Bird, and not what?
If he felt like his job was done, if he felt like his job was done after the first 3-peat, then why did he come back?
To solidify his case. To solidify his case.
No. Well, first of all, players. Hold on, y'all talking. Hold on. What the thing is, players don't care about these narratives that we talk about. There's no NBA player talking about, I can't wait till the next year starts so I can solidify my spot in NBA history. These dudes is just really out here hooping. There's a love for the game that either draws them back. So when MJ quit, right?
Don't say quit because he won free chips.
Hold on. First of all, you're getting upset at what he did. First of all, what he did was quit. Essentially, what do you mean? Don't get mad at what he like. The word sounds harsh, but it is what it is. He retired. He quit. He stopped playing. However you say it in the nicest term, that's what he did. Hold on, Prime Time.
And
so
how
what
do you
I'm saying
quit
is,
in your prime, bro?
But so what he did was he stopped playing in his prime, and he just basically said that there was nothing more he could do. Actually, there was more he could do. He told everybody there was nothing more he needed to prove, but there was, according to you, there was more he could prove. So
did he?
So he came back because probably watching his team, whatever drew him back, something drew him back to play and finish out his career, and they still had success. But you can't get mad at people for calling it what it is. Just because
I got no problem with it. Hey,
however you want to say it, he quit, he retired. That's just all emotional stuff.
You can't.
But he did.
Hey, look.
And the proof to himself.
Scottie Pippen was prime to be begging this nigga to come back.
Can I talk?
He quit and won 3 more. What the hell?
Can I say something?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, I have no problem with what you have to say. No problem.
Mic is off, bro. We can't hear you.
A guy saying that LeBron is the GOAT because of the accolades that he got. My problem with anybody, even with the Jordan fans, I got Jordan and LeBron as the shared number one because I see them that they both had different type of careers. They had different paths to achieve that GOAT status. LeBron has gone into a territory no player ever had reached before him. In year 20, hooping, getting 30 points per game, and nobody got that, right? And nobody got the same stats that he's accumulating at this day and age. All right. So when people on the LeBron side say that he's the GOAT, I have no problem with it. You can make that as much as you want, and I will say, yeah, he's the GOAT. When Jordan fans come and say, well, he has the greatest career in the modern age, that puts him the GOAT, I have no problem with it. So my message to a LeBron fan and to a Jordan fan is don't belittle anyone's career path from a Jordan or a LeBron on how they achieved their GOAT status. That's my point. Don't diminish it. Don't belittle it because they both had different career paths to achieve that GOAT status. LeBron is a GOAT and Jordan is a GOAT. That's it.
There can only be one.
My problem is why is Kobe not in the GOAT discussion?
Because Kobe don't deserve to be in the GOAT discussion.
Yes, what you mean deserve, nigga? What you mean?
What?
LeBron don't deserve then. How about that?
Nah, Kobe don't deserve to be in the GOAT conversation. Sorry, guys. Y'all need to start y'all own string.
For
real. Come on, man.
Kobe is a better scorer and defender than LeBron.
Y'all some stands, bro.
Hey, salute everybody. Salute all y'all.
LeBron sexual.
No,
hold on,
man,
y'all.
come on, man. Somebody who got carried for three out of their 5 championships. Y'all want to put him in the GOAT conversation,
nigga?
He got carried, nigga.
Bro. Stop this.
Kobe was a 1B. Kobe was a 1B. Come on, bro.
When you average 15 and you got a teammate averaging 38 and 17.
Yeah, but you just talking about one series, bro. Like there was a whole West. There was a whole West playoffs before that.
Go ahead, Wisdom.
Yeah, about that last point, the 15 points. Don't ignore the whole Western Conference Finals run. Like they just planted them boys in the finals. Like there was a whole Western Conference Finals run, and Shaq had the benefit of playing against some weak centers in the finals. But I don't even want to talk about that.
Hold on, Wisdom. Let me ask you one question before you move on. I'm not going to argue with you about the centers. I mean, I felt like some of the centers he went up against were pretty formidable individually, but which one of those teams guarded Shaq one-on-one?
Well, I don't think any of them, I was going to guard Shaq one-on-one.
Okay, so when you say Shaq went up against weak centers, that's not necessarily true because there was not one single team that said we have a guy that can defend you 1v1 as opposed to teams that sent the whole house to stop him. Like we saw the New Jersey Nets do. Like the 76ers, they didn't defend him with one player. They sent doubles all the time. They sent doubles and triples all the time. So let's not act like it.
Mutombo was by himself majority.
No, he was not by himself.
Nah,
most of the time.
Mutombo was getting help, bro. Like Mutombo was getting help the whole series.
I don't know why y'all
one-on-one majority of the time. Y'all are lying right now, bro.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, he was.
We seen it.
What's his name? Pollard. I forgot that big white dude name. Pollard.
Scott Pollard.
Yeah.
Matt Geiger.
And against the Nets, he faced the Aaron McCullough, whatever that guy's name was. But let's talk about the clutch thing real quick. Like, let's go back to the clutch thing, right? So a lot of people think the term clutch is just, hey, game winner, last second shot. What about when you stop the other team's momentum when they're on a run and you go on a personal run yourself? Isn't that clutch? Like, isn't it clutch like when a team cutting through your lead and you personally hit 2 to 3 buckets in a row to stem that tide? That's not a game winner, but isn't that clutch?
Yes, sir.
So I've seen LeBron do that, I've seen Kobe do that, and I've seen Michael Jordan do that. Right?
Yes, sir.
It's just a different mentality. LeBron James is like a more, how can I say this, willing passer, right? And that's why guys like Jim Jackson said that he lets you off the hook. What he's trying to say that is the other team would rather LeBron pass it out and the next guy take the shot instead of getting beat by the best player, right? So when MJ and Kobe did take those tough shots, double team came and they still rose up and shot the ball. The team would have hoped that they passed the ball instead of taking those shots. Even if they missed the game winner, when that ball was going up, the team was scared. They was like, oh shit, Kobe just shot that, or MJ just shot it. So if MJ did pass the ball, they'd be like, all right, whatever. Steve Kerr, beat us if you can, motherfucker. Like when LeBron in the finals against the Warriors, when he passed that ball to George Hill, that was a sigh of relief. All right, George Hill beat us. And he couldn't.
I mean, but they bracket him though. They bracket him with 3 players: Kevin Durant, Draymond Green.
LeBron had a chance to rise up for him,
and they left Hill wide open, and he missed the free throw.
LeBron had a chance to rise up for a jumper.
To me, y'all are hating on him because he made the right play.
Nah, I'm not hating on LeBron for that play. That was a good play.
Bullshit.
George Hill is in the NBA. That was a good play by LeBron. But that's where the term letting you off the hook comes from. Because LeBron could have rose up and hit that jumper, but he deferred.
So
he did make a good play.
If he did that more than Kobe, more than Jordan, right, at a higher clip, and had those times where he got triple and passed through other teammates, make or miss, why would y'all say that when he had a higher percentage at the times that he hit the shots, that he made the shot? He has more clutch shots in the playoffs than anybody, bro. Where it matters.
That's facts. I'm not criticizing LeBron. I'm just trying to bring context as to why people say what they say. That's all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when people say that he lets you off the hook, I'm just, like letting you guys know is because he does pass the ball. And like, all you guys that played ball or you coach ball, right? When the best player passes the ball out, that's a sigh of relief. That's a win for the defense. Because I'm not getting beat by him.
It depends on who he passing it out to. It's not always.
That's true too. That's true too.
No, hold on. When the best player, if like somebody already in here earlier said that LeBron's probably the best driver to the best that we've seen in history. If LeBron James attacks towards the rim and kicks the ball out, what he's going to do is he's going to occupy so much defensive attention that any player that he's kicking it out to, I mean, it's a high percentage shot. This is why LeBron loves playing with, 3-point shooters.
Yeah.
I mean, like passing is not a sigh of relief. I promise you that's not true. What you want, what you would like to see as a coach, because I coach, I want to see you try to take my team one-on-one, and I send all my help defense down there to slow you up. That's what I want to see. So passing is what hurts defenses more so than anything. That ball getting whipped around is what's going to have you scrambling, broke down, foul trouble. So, hold on, prime time. You got some mic issues going on there, so I got to put you on mute. Or somebody has some mic issues.
Yeah, I could go with that. Ball movement will kill it. I just meant, on that last possession type of thing. Like not during the game. Yeah, because like you could dismantle a defense if they send all their help at you. Yeah, that's just whip the ball around, get the best shots possible. I just meant like
that Danny Green shot.
On that. Yeah, Danny Green's a pretty damn good 3-point shooter, and he got a wide open look, a practice shot. So.
Hey. I promise you, when Danny Green shot that ball, the other coach was about to piss his pants.
Hell no.
Because at the end of the day, you're just at that point, you're praying that a good shooter misses his shot. The same with the Kyle Korver shot. There's a ton of shots where LeBron James has kicked it to guys like with George Hill when he kicked it down to George Hill. I'm talking about as a coach, you think, God damn, this motherfucker just made the right play. And if that motherfucker scores, I mean, you really cooked. So.
But in that situation, though, you really want George Hill taking the shot?
No, but hold on. Hold on. Prime time. Hold on, y'all.
Took a layup.
I'm with y'all. I'm with you guys where I felt like he had Steph Curry 1-on-1. That would have been an optimal time to ISO. But just like I told you guys before, his mentality is always, and something he almost can't control, is when he sees a guy wide open, his first instinct is to make that pass. This is why I say his mentality is pass first. Because that when he saw George Hill that wide open, he made the pass. This is not a pass Kobe or Jordan would have made. They would have completely ISO'd and would have make or miss. They would have taken that shot, which again, I felt like LeBron cooking 50 points should have taken Steph 1-on-1. But his mentality, his makeup is to be pass first. But I can't criticize him for it.
But has that mentality?
Was it 1-on-1 though? Because
it wasn't
play,
necessarily 1-on-1. Yeah, you're right.
They bracketed him, right? They bracketed him, right? He couldn't go left or right because he had KD and Draymond on the left and Steph in the middle. They bracketed him.
Which is probably ideal for a Golden State Warrior defense. That you want Draymond and KD.
But read the scouting report.
He could have rose up over Steph though.
But you know what happens though? Oh, what if he rises up over Steph and airballs a three? Then what are y'all gonna say? Are y'all gonna say if let's
bro.
Hold on, prime time. I just want to ask y'all an honest question. If he rises up and airballs a three over Steph Curry, are y'all gonna say, well, I'm glad he took the shot and used killer instinct even though he missed? Or are you going to say that nigga's not clutch? He airballed a three in the clutch.
I would have said that nigga's weak.
Yeah, that's a catch-22. Like he probably.
I'm being honest.
No win or lose.
I got to be honest. I would have held it against him, but I still would have gave him credit for even taking the shot.
No, y'all wouldn't have.
No, nobody ever had.
Yes, I would have, bro.
No, y'all never had. Y'all never given him credit for taking the
game.
shot.
Never has, because when he does shoot and he misses it, y'all kill him for it. No, I've never heard nobody say, "Well,
you could kill him and give him credit at the same time."
No, that's a fact. Or like people kill Patrick Ewing for missing that fucking layup point blank, but we like, well, he's the main player, he's the best player on the team. Who else would you have taken?
Nah, this is weak.
Yeah, it is weak. I ain't gonna lie, but
this ain't no Hollywood movie where the hero must take the last shot.
Thank you.
You're the best player, right? Take the final shot.
You can say that, but the history of the game says that's who's gonna always take the last shot, bro.
But that's fine, though, bro. That's fine, though. But history also says that it's not every time. And history also tells us that LeBron has took those shots and made those shots more than the niggas that they are capping for.
Yeah, do you think his mentality has cost him championships?
Hold on. That's a good point. Can you speak on that point, sir?
Nah.
Go ahead. Speak on that point.
No. Because look, and you also got to go based off of like the defense as well, right? So like, let's go back to when MJ stripped Karl Malone. If the Jazz blitzed MJ, I'm sure MJ would have had to pass that ball. Like, so if
the Jazz blitz MJ, but does he pass the ball?
Yeah, he would have. He would have.
He would have
passed.
Hold on, y'all. What I'm asking you is this: with Jordan's mentality, would you bet your life that if you send a double at Jordan, I want you to really think about this. If your life was on the line and you had to bet, would you bet your life that Jordan would pass the ball on a clutch shot, whether you send a double or not? Would you really do that?
All right. Based on that play, right? There was
Hell
no
no, you
timeout
would not
called.
do that.
Listen, hold up, listen. There was no timeout called, and MJ was just dribbling the ball at the top of the key. If you sent a blitz at him, he would have had no choice but to pass the ball.
First of all, Wisdom.
That's not true.
The only times, the two primary times where we've seen Jordan pass that ball in the clutch, Kerr or John Paxson.
He didn't pass it to Paxson.
If we go to the huddle, yeah, he didn't pass it to Paxson. My bad. That was like a hockey assist. But if you go to the huddle, Phil Jackson specifically told Jordan what? He told him, you got to make the pass to Kerr. This is something that was pre-planned out because they knew what was going to happen. The coach literally had to tell Jordan, make sure you pass the ball in this situation. It wasn't in Jordan's innate ability to just think, I'm making this pass. These are things that were coached. Yes. Jordan is not.
Seen it coming.
Here's the one thing. Hold on, Pootie.
Can I say something real quick, Lamont?
Hold on. What I'm saying is this. Jordan's number one go-to, I'm shooting this ball no matter what. Coach can tell him to do something otherwise, and most times with Phil Jackson, he would fall in line and listen. But if you just give the Jordan the ball late clock and there's no other plan, Jordan's shooting that ball.
And this is
he still might would have passed it. He still might would have passed it.
How much money would you have been betting on that? You wouldn't.
I'm not betting no money on it. I'm not betting on that shit.
He would have took the shot. And the reason they said pass the ball is because previously in the finals before in '97, it was Game 4. Jordan did the exact same move and turned in the middle, and Stockton stole the ball from him. And it was like under 2 minutes left to go in that game in a crucial situation. So and then the next year, or in that same series, Game 1. Jordan didn't go to the middle of the court. He went outside to the elbow and hit the game-winning jumper in Game 1. So he knows that he couldn't go to the middle because Stockton was going to be there. So that's all in the same series. So when he went to the middle, he knew Stockton was going to be there, and he had to make the pass. That's what happened in Game 6. In Game 1, he stayed outside. He hit the jumper. When he went inside in Game 4, John Stockton stole the ball. So in Game 6, he knew that if I go to middle, Stockton is going to be there, so I have to make the pass.
Well, Phil Jackson knew. Phil Jackson told.
No, Jordan told Steve Kerr to fucking be ready.
So
exactly, that's what they don't want to talk about. Jordan told that nigga to be ready. That's just what it is.
I think Phil Jackson knew. Phil Jackson knew. I'm not going to say he didn't know what the fuck was going on. He probably looked at Jordan like, nigga, you know what to do, right? But Jordan was like, nigga, be ready.
I just think it's comical now. To me, it's comical that now all of a sudden that LeBron's about to be the all-time leading scorer, that now all of a sudden he's a score-first player, not a pass-first player.
That's crazy.
That's the narrative on my But here's the thing, though.
They wouldn't dare put him in the same category as their beloved Kobe or Jordan.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's two different play style, those fella. Like Kobe and MJ didn't bring the ball up the court. Kobe and Michael Jordan didn't play like that point type position.
Now I would say that LeBron's mentality and his style of play has killed him in winning championships. I think he would have more championships if he took the role of being a scorer and trying to dominate the game.
He would have more championships if Steph and KD didn't team up. He would
have more championships. He would have more championships if Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love didn't get hurt.
That was one of the weakest moves that
he would have more
ever done.
Championships if they didn't get hurt, and he didn't have more championships if Kyrie Irving didn't want to just up and leave.
Kyrie Irving is the reason why they have a championship in Cleveland, bro. He hit the game-winning shot.
Okay, that's a lie, bro. Stop lying, bro.
He hit the game-winning shot. You lying, nigga.
Okay, somebody tell me the game-winning shot that shot at 53 seconds with points scored after that. How can it be a game-winning shot when you hit it at 53 seconds when it's points scored after that?
Yeah, Steph Curry still had a last shot too. But
he hit the clutch
shot. LeBron and y'all never talk about LeBron clutch free throw that pull up 4 against the greatest 3-point shooting team of all time.
And y'all
Y'all
never
talk
talk
about the
about
block. The
Kyrie
block
clutch
is
shot.
talked
Y'all
about
just
more.
Y'all talk about the block. Y'all talk
Y'all
about
didn't
the
say
block.
nothing about Kyrie
y'all
at
want to
all.
talk about a shot at 53 seconds.
But you talk
Wait,
about
time
That to the
out,
moon.
bro.
They
I
never
don't recall
relinquished the
talking
lead.
to. I don't
Or
recall
Wait,
talking
hold
to
on.
or
nobody
First
the
of all,
else.
one at a
6
time.
straight
One at a
points
time. One
I
at
LeBron
a
remember
time.
scored
that
right
shit.
before that. How about that?
Nigga,
Okay, let's be honest. Okay, all
Y'all
right.
broad sexuals is killing me, bro.
killing me,
But
bro.
Nah,
first of
these
all,
facts is killing you, nigga.
okay. First of all, okay. When Kyrie hit that shot, it was the biggest moment of the game because nobody was scoring at that point. It was like a 5-minute stretch where nobody was
It
scoring.
was a
Kyrie
big
hit that
moment, but
shot.
not the biggest, bro. It
That's
was a big
facts because
moment, but
before
not the
that stretch,
biggest.
LeBron scored
Hold
6 in
on,
a
y'all.
row.
But
That's facts.
hey, let's just end it the narrative. First of all, why just because a player makes a shot, you want to say that he saved somebody? Nobody walks around saying Shaq saved Kobe. Nobody walks around saying Pippen against the Blazers saved Jordan. So why
They
all of a
don't.
sudden when you see one guy make a shot, Ray Allen makes a shot, Kyrie makes a shot, all of a sudden they saving
Oh,
LeBron. But when in no hold on prime
Don't
time,
bring up Ray Allen, bro.
hold on prime time. But in no other situation, no other player saving these stars. So are y'all saying if we use y'all same logic, Kobe saved Shaq because he scored a ton of buckets for Kobe,
Thank you.
35 points per game in the finals. That means Pippen against the Blazers saved Jordan because they was down 15 in a closeout game, and Jordan was selling. They had to bench him. Kobe led a bench unit for the comeback. So that means Pippen saved them. So we got to come up with all these weird narratives for all these players.
Okay,
If we're just going off a
to
few
that?
moments.
Let
We're
me
just going off
Hey,
moments.
Lamont.
why
Hey,
they
Lamont.
can't
What
do it
shot was
without
that?
saying
But
nowhere
we
else.
only
Let
saying
me
that because
respond to
they
that.
discredit.
If
That's why
Kyrie misses the shot,
they
it's over.
discredit all that shit, bro.
Okay, first of all, okay, we gotta understand this. Okay, the Ray Allen situation. Okay, LeBron.
Bro, did Ray Allen
scored
save
16 straight points.
LeBron? I'm asking you. Did Ray Allen save LeBron?
Kind of.
He
Or
kind
did
of
he
did.
just make a shot? Because I
No, he kind of
remember,
did because let's not
I
forget
remember
let's not,
from what I remember, that Ray Allen 3 would be completely irrelevant if it wasn't for the complete dominance that LeBron James had that entire fourth quarter.
Oh my
Exactly,
yes,
and that's what I was saying earlier.
Nah,
It's
we
not
give him
always
credit
about
for
game
that.
winners. It's not always
LeBron
about
was
game
Okay,
winners.
hold
dominant.
on, prime time. Since we want to go back to that game and really critique and criticize it, that one shot. But everybody wants to remember that one shot. Please tell me about LeBron James's performance in that fourth quarter.
LeBron was great in the fourth quarter.
He was great up until that point.
No. Hold on. Y'all just dominant. Hold on. Are y'all just saying y'all acting like this was just an average fourth quarter from an average? No, it wasn't.
He scored 16 points.
Hey, Lamont. Hey, Lamont. Peep they hypocrisy, bro. Because LeBron hit the 3, right? That when Kawhi missed the free throw, that made Ray Allen shot possible, right? But he missed the 3, right? To try to tie the game. Clutch, like they said, they wanted LeBron. Y'all want LeBron to take them last second shots, right? And he missed. So why y'all mad that Ray Allen got the rebound and made the 3, bro?
And LeBron was
y'all
turning
being
we're not mad at him.
over.
If Ray Allen misses that, it's over.
No, you know why? You know why, Art? You know why, Art? Because
Just
people
said they
say
give him credit for
LeBron
taking
James
the
didn't
shot,
pass
but
him the ball.
nobody gave him credit for taking that shot and missing. Y'all just
Facts.
said, I want to see him take
But
the shot.
people
We'll give him
forget.
credit. But did nobody here give him no credit for taking that 3, even though he missed? Y'all gonna denigrate him. Y'all gonna say he was playing up and good up
But it
until
was
that point.
it was what led up to that, though. Are you gonna ignore the fact that LeBron turned the ball over
what
like
led up
crazy?
to it was LeBron James. If LeBron James don't dominate that fourth quarter,
like 16 points,
then they don't even have a chance to win that game.
Yes, he did.
In
But
overtime.
leading up to that
Don't forget
point,
about what he did in overtime because it wasn't a game-winning shot. It was just a game-tying shot.
And the game 7 that followed that when he hit the clinching shot. So it's like,
with Kiwi.
Yeah, like
But
LeBron
37 points.
already destroyed the clutch narratives like years ago. You know what I mean?
But
I
here's
don't
the
even
thing,
argue
okay.
about that with LeBron James.
But I want to take this back to give it saying LeBron, Ray Allen saying or Kyrie saying LeBron does. Okay, here's the difference between LeBron's situation and Jordan's situation. Okay, if Ray Allen doesn't hit that shot, they lose. If Kyrie doesn't show up, they lose.
Exactly.
With Jordan, if Steve
time out,
Kerr
bro.
misses that
Go
shot,
back. If Kyrie don't hit that shot,
If
what's
Kyrie
the
don't hit
game?
that shot, the game's still
Game
tied.
is
The game is tied.
What?
The game is
Oh
still
my
tied.
God.
Kyrie don't
And
hit the shot,
LeBron
the game
scored
is
a
still
point
tied.
after
You
that.
tried to finesse,
This is
bro.
laughable.
Lamar tried to finesse, but the game was tied when he
if
took it.
Kyrie doesn't show up, in the last 3 days alongside Lamar,
We're talking about last shots, though, bro. We're talking about shots.
Hold on. Hey, if that's the case, if Shaquille O'Neal don't show up in 3 of them finals appearances with Kobe,
Kobe is average at best.
Kobe got 2 rings.
If Kobe didn't get drafted to the Lakers, Shaq would have no rings. How about that?
I'm sure they could find somebody to average like 22 points. I'm sure they could find somebody to average like 22 points, bro.
Can y'all remind me of that?
Somebody to win the MVP and not replacing the most dominant force in NBA history. You can replace
remind me of that
you
John
cannot
Paxson
replace a
shot,
Shaq.
hold on.
Come on, bro.
King Zay, I think when people say that Shaq wouldn't have any rings if he didn't play with Kobe, I think that's a lie. First of all, most players don't win a championship till about year 7 or 8. One on average. Shaq was already. Hold on 1 second. Shaq was already in the finals, so the fact that he was able to get that young team to the finals just tells you if he stays with that core group, they will be good enough to get back and potentially win at least one. If you just project, they were dominant. They had already been dominant in the East. Then they were dominant in the East. Then they get to the final, so they were progressing year by year. It surprised everybody that he even left. He left for greener pastures in L.A. So and Jerry West convinced him. So
more money,
it is what it is. Yeah,
he
money
wasn't
as
gonna beat
well.
my Bulls in the East. I'm sorry.
Hey, Lamar.
He had already beat the Bulls in the East.
He was
one time.
Don't matter.
And Jordan was like not really himself. So
that's a lie, Pootie.
Nah,
I give him credit.
He dropped
Jordan was
55 with 45.
Pootie, that's a lie.
Every player has one good game.
MJ was still great, bro. Like
hold on, MJ was averaging 30 a
game. He came back from playing baseball. MJ said it himself.
The reason why the Bulls lost is because they didn't have Horace Grant.
Hey, Pootie, that's a lie. Pootie, the fact remains is what Tony Kukoc said. Jordan was not rusty. He said Jordan had been practicing 3 to 4 times a week with the Bulls all year, preparing to come back. And then he said about 3 weeks before he announced his comeback, all his stuff was in his locker, just like he was playing. And he said 3 weeks before he even announced it, they all knew he was coming back. It was just a matter of when it was officially announced. Jordan was ready to come back and play. This is why he was able to hit the ground running. And while everybody thought he just walked off a baseball field and stepped onto an NBA court ready to go, no, he had been practicing. He had been gearing up for an NBA season that whole time. That's a lie. So don't act like he's
clutching that series.
Where you got LeBron in your ranking?
Number 2.
Okay. But they lied at me when I say you number 3. It's crazy.
I'm not. Hold on, but Jay, I said I'm not mad at you for that because everybody has.
I know you.
Yeah, I didn't even jump on you for that. I didn't jump on you for that.
But I was just like 3. That's all these players in history, and he number 3. Man, come on, man. I mean,
they don't think Kobe should be top 5. That's what it is.
I understand that. I mean, that's just me though. That's me. You know what I'm saying? That's my ranking.
Kobe 2 to me as well.
They can have. Look, you can have Kobe wherever y'all want to have him. That's me. Y'all can have LeBron wherever y'all want him. But Kobe,
that's fine.
Kobe ain't mine.
My problem is when people try to disrespect
that y'all go had a 17-game warm up with a 3-week practice period and he still lost in the playoffs.
You said what, bro?
Bruh.
Well, they had nobody to stop Shaq though. Horace Grant was gone, wasn't he? Or was he still there?
Bro.
What'd you say again?
He said something about the Magic shit, but bro, we not gonna keep. We ain't gonna keep. We even.
He was rusty because he averaged 31 points against Orlando Magic.
Hold on. The fact remains is that if the Bulls were, this is how you know the Bulls were a great team and that Jordan couldn't just win chips, because a lot of people don't want to give Horace Grant the credit for those first 3 titles. But Horace Grant showed you, if you just remove me from the equation and it's just Jordan and Pippen, and that's all it takes for me to break the consistency of the Bulls. That's how much of a team they were. You remove Horace Grant and they're beatable. Remove Pippen, they're beatable. And even if you remove Jordan, obviously we saw that they were beatable. But then what was the first thing they did that offseason? They replaced Horace Grant with a better Horace Grant. a better Horace Grant. So they said, you know what, Horace Grant, we're going to find you. We're going to do you better. We're going to get the better version of you. Not offensively, but for what they need, for the role that we needed, he was better. Yep. And they got a better Horace Grant. And what did they do? We filled the hole, and we won't. That's how you know they was a great team. So everybody tries to say it was just Jordan 6-0. No, it was that team.
And Dennis Rodman, like he was a great passer. Like he was really underrated. Like he probably not gonna score a lot of points, but he helped you on the offensive side of the ball just off his IQ and his anticipation.
Oh yeah.
Hey, and people still discount the fact the dumbest move in NBA history was the Spurs getting rid of Rodman because he didn't get in the little huddle on the court. That was the dumbest shit in NBA history I've ever seen.
The Spurs gave Rodman a lot of chances, though, man. Like Rodman was really letting himself go mentally until
he was
got with his in match.
Oh no,
they
yeah,
wasn't gonna win shit with.
From what I read, they said they were saying that. Remember, the San Antonio at that time, that San Antonio community was extremely conservative, and there was a lot of different things that he was doing. Like there was the gay allegations, there was him wearing the dress. And that conservative community was really not having it at that time. And then back then, you could be public about it. Like if you didn't like the gay community back then, you could just voice it. And that community wasn't having it. They win or lose, they were going to get rid of him. And that was really the entire NBA at that time. Because if the Bulls didn't pick Rodman up, Rodman was probably out the league.
Out the league, yeah.
Yeah, nobody didn't want him. I remember. Yeah.
Look, I'm speaking from the fact of who San Antonio was at the time, what they were doing, and all they had to do was manage Rodman just like the Bulls did. We probably wouldn't even be talking about a second three-peat.
Here's the thing about that, okay? Because Greg Popovich and Phil Jackson are two completely different coaches, okay? The reason why Rodman worked so well with the Bulls is because Phil Jackson let Rodman be him. Popovich would not allow Rodman be him. That's why it did not work.
You don't have to explain that to me. I understand the whole situation. I'm saying, being in Texas and seeing the Spurs and seeing the Rockets all the time, what the Spurs were, if they could have managed it, they would have won more rings.
Hell nah.
You can say hell no all you want to. They had all offense and all they had to do was tell Rodman to get rebounds. I'm sorry. It's that simple.
They had a chance, bro. They had a chance in 95.
It was that simple. Going forward, it would have been that simple.
Nah. I don't think they would have beat the Jazz.
And I could be wrong, and I could be wrong when I say this, but wasn't there a report out there that Rodman did not get along with Robinson?
Yeah, David Robinson didn't really rock with him too much.
Yeah, David Robinson did not get along.
You know, David Robinson. So he was saying like he was, I think he was Christian or something like that, and he wouldn't deal with all what Rodman was doing.
Oh, okay, and Shaq even said that Dennis Rodman was his worst teammate. So, but what are we talking about?
That Rodman only could play well in that Bulls system. That's it. That's the only way it could work.
Or with Chuck Daly and Phil. That's the only guys that can manage Dennis Rodman.
That's the only people that could manage him.
Yeah. Rodman was a rock star, bro. He was bigger than the Spurs, damn near.
He was bigger than the Spurs. But with Detroit, he wasn't like that though. He wasn't he wasn't doing all that with Detroit at first.
Now he didn't start going crazy until he started fucking with Madonna. Straight up. But everybody, I mean, even like I said, man, these dudes are all great, and I don't like running with narratives because it's all narratives. Before the Lakers, Kareem and Magic, and after, there was no tearing down who was all on the Celtics. It wasn't no tearing down who was on the Lakers. It wasn't no tearing down who was on Utah. None of this shit until LeBron gets here. And like him or not, You can break down all of these playoff series. Everybody keeps forgetting that the Bulls against the Suns, Scottie Pippen goes off in the fourth quarter in the last 3 to 4 minutes. He went off in order for them to get back in that game. What? And then Jordan went off.
Yeah, you kind of broke up, bro. When you said something about Scottie Pippen, what you just said?
I said in the Phoenix Suns Chicago Bulls series, Scottie Pippen went off in the last 3 minutes to get back in the game for that game to be winnable. But people don't talk about that. People act as if LeBron only wins championships, Jordan only wins championships. It's retarded to me.
You mean versus the Blazers game 6?
I said the Bulls against the Suns in the
He
last
didn't do
2
nothing
to 3
game
minutes.
6. Last 3 minutes.
Scottie Pippen didn't do anything in the last 3 minutes.
Are you talking about game 6?
Oh my God,
It was the
man!
whole
Stop.
bench.
See, that's
Not
the
just
problem.
Scottie, it was the bench. Hold on. Time out. Better. Hold on. This is what I'm. Are you talking about game 6, the clincher?
Game 6, the clincher.
All right. Bet 100 that Scottie Pippen didn't do shit.
Scottie Pippen didn't score 8 to 10 points in the last 2 to 3 minutes.
No,
to get that game back close.
No.
I mean, Scottie Pippen had
mute your mic.
Hold on, time out. Nobody,
Hold on,
nobody
Mike Duff.
scored
Hold on,
in
y'all.
the fourth quarter other than Michael Jordan
Mute your mic until you got some background noise.
Nobody scored in the fourth quarter of game 6 for the Chicago Bulls except for Michael Jordan until John Paxson hit that game-winning 3. Nobody else scored in the fourth quarter, bro. Stop it.
So John Paxson saved Michael Jordan, you saying?
Yeah, you can
Hold
say
on, bro.
that.
That's
Go
not
ahead.
true. The Bulls didn't
here
score.
we go.
The Bulls didn't score for the first 6 minutes of that quarter.
Oh my God!
No,
yo.
I said nobody else
Bulls
scored
got
in the
outscored.
fourth quarter except for
Bulls
Michael
got
Jordan
outscored in the
until
fourth quarter
Paxson
by
hit that
Phoenix
shot.
in game 6. Phoenix outscored the Bulls in the last quarter in game 6.
Bro, y'all tripping.
You talking about the Blazers?
Oh my gosh, man!
You lying. Pippen didn't do shit the last 3 minutes. Nigga, Bulls was choking away their lead, choking away that game. Jordan kept him in contention the whole fourth quarter, kept him in the game. He scored every bucket until John Paxson hit that 3. You tripping.
So you're saying he did the same role as Jared Allen? LeBron got them to the point where Jared Allen got the game winner, and Jordan got them to the same point where, Ray Allen.
That's a good point, my move.
And Jordan got them to the same point that Stockton. What's his name? Yeah. So they did basically the same thing.
Just LeBron did it better, like I keep telling y'all.
Oh my God!
Stop it!
Come on, stop the cap! Stop it!
So, all right. So back on the LeBron James being pass first, right? I think it's just masked on his play style. See, he brings the ball up the court. He's like a point forward, right? Kobe and MJ set up shop and received the ball. So, but LeBron's in attack mode looking to score. He just passes off of it more than those guys do. Now, if I'm talking about pass first, I think about guys like Rondo and those guys. They pass first. But I think LeBron James is looking to score first, and he's going to make that right play based on the help side or, whatever it is. But I don't think LeBron is like pass first. That's just how I see it. Like he's always looking to kill you and score.
Yeah, but wisdom. Well, first of all, what I'm saying is pass first. When a person has a pass first mentality, it doesn't mean the first thing they're trying to do is pass the ball. That's not what pass first means. Pass first means you're willing to always make the right play. I don't know why people even call it pass first because it's not even by definition.
Exactly.
It's about because he's already the facilitator. He's already running the offense. Running the offense, he's going to make the right read. That's essentially what it means.
Making the right read, yeah. Okay.
The right read may call for him using a pick and roll and attacking a certain space on the floor, looking to score. The right read may be driving, kicking out to a shooter that he's presuming to be open in a certain corner. Those are making the right reads, but he's always looking to make the right play. That's what a pass first mentality is, meaning you are willing to pass it if it means you're giving up a tough shot to get a better shot for somebody else. So pass first doesn't mean I'm just going to pass the ball first. That's what I think. SB was in here earlier talking. He thinks of basketball like pass first literally means I'm going to be the first person to pass the ball. But he's literally looking at it by the very definition of the word. That's not what it means. Pass first is a mentality. It's about your style of play and how you look at the game and how you play the game. And so that's what people are confusing with pass first. We all know that's LeBron James's mentality. It's helped him where guys have made shots, but it's also hurt him because then people try to criticize him and push the fake narrative and say he's not clutch or willing to take late game shots. That's where it comes in. So that's what the whole myth. That's why I was getting on SB so tough. That's why I say basketball dummy, because he's looking at it by its very the wording of it and not what it truly means in essence. And that's where he was going wrong.
He was wild for that, bro. He was wild for that, bro.
I'm not wild, but I'm just saying that's what basketball dummies will say. Basketball dummies will say pass first means when I cross half court, I'm going to be the first to pass it, you guys. I passed it to Kyrie, so I'm pass first. That's how SB is looking at pass first. Literally being the first person to pass the ball in a play sequence. That's not what pass first means. And that's how they're looking at it. So, and that's why I say it, killer instincts mentality, just like pass first is a mentality.
Hey, Lamar, I got a question for you though. I ain't saying what I'm gonna say that I truly believe when I'm gonna ask you, but I'm gonna ask you this though, my brother. Well, do it make sense though for players that are ball dominant that have the ball majority of the time or have a high number of assists? Because look at Trae Young. Trae Young averaged about 8 assists. Do you consider him a pass first guy?
But Herm, I
and he has
clearly
the ball
said
a lot, just like
Herm,
LeBron.
and I used Trae Young as an example earlier.
Yeah,
I said Trae
didn't
Young.
hear you earlier.
I said when I was talking, that was the perfect example. I'm glad you brought that up because I said Trae Young is an example of a guy that can get a lot of assists, but he doesn't have a pass first mentality. Because Trae Young will take a ton of bad shots. He's not always looking to make the right play. He's a point guard that facilitates, but he's looking to score first. And this is why he's struggling to a certain degree. So I said, you have guards.
James Harden.
I don't want to talk. I'm just talking about Trae Young for now. And mute your backgrounds if you got background noise, because I'm hearing a ton of background noise. Sounds like somebody has a whole bunch of stuff going on. What I'm saying is Trae Young is a guy that doesn't have a pass first mentality, but he can get 7-8 assists. Russell Westbrook could get 10 assists and not have a pass first mentality. He's going to still chuck up a ton of bad shots and not always make the right reads. So that's where the confusion lies. So, I mean, like I said, pass first, like I look at Alonzo Ball. He's a pass first player because he's going to rack up a ton of hockey assists. He's going to facilitate and run the offense. He's always going to look to make the right play. It does not literally mean he's going to be the first person to pass the ball. It's not what it means. Like I said, basketball dummies will think that. That's not what it means. It's a mentality. It's your style of play. That's all.
Niggas been watching this man for 20 years and still can't define it. That was funny to me.
They try to move the narrative because what we've seen from him score-wise has been so great. That's the only way you can see it. But we know his role is pass first. He's a great scorer who happens to have a pass first mentality.
Exactly.
Okay, so why is it? Because I saw this video, Gilbert Arenas breaking down LeBron James, where he said the brilliance of LeBron James is that he uses himself as a decoy. Because I think he said the Wizards, in 2006, I believe, LeBron's very first playoff series, I think it was. The game plan was to load up in the paint, so that way they don't let LeBron barrel into the lane. What the genius is, he would use up as a decoy that he would seem like he's gonna barrel through and pass out. How Gilbert Arenas breaks it down that they don't want LeBron to score.
What Gilbert Arenas broke down was them implementing a defense, and LeBron James will always make the right reads because he's a pass first player.
Hold up.
Ain't Gilbert Arenas the same dude that said Giannis had no skill? Come on now, we gonna take words from him.
Hold on. Let's not defer and talk about stuff.
Use this quote.
No, hold on, y'all. It's not even. Hold on. First of all, y'all can. Let's not deflect off that. What we're saying is, Gilbert gave the exact reason why LeBron is a pass first player. He says our goal was to pack the lane, so he didn't score. With LeBron James being the facilitator, his pass first mentality means if you try to clog the lane, he's always going to look to make the right reads. That's what a pass first player does. Going to look to make the right reads. They're not going to look to shoot, drive in the lane and shoot over 4 people. Like the Iversons.
Hey, Lamar,
like other
Lamar, ain't it the better way to describe LeBron than just a guy that gonna always make the right basketball decision?
That's a pass first player.
That's just a guy with high IQ to me. That's not strictly because basketball play mean hell. LeBron may realize, hey, I got Steph Curry on me the whole game. That means I need to take all the shots.
Every basketball player got some kind of a role, though. You feel me? So we can't just
but sometimes the GOAT have multiple roles.
We can't write a new narrative for LeBron. No, Magic was a pass first, facilitate player.
I mean, Big on all the greats have roles, man. All the greats have roles. Shaq was a great ass passer out the post.
He was
great ass passer and could facilitate out the post a whole game if you allow him to, because he was good at finding an open guy, making the right basketball play. Shaq was good at that as well.
Does LeBron breaking the record, does that make him better than Tim Duncan now?
Come on, man. We now good, bro. Come on, man.
My thing is this: if you're the best player on your team, why aren't you taking those shots the majority of the time? If you're the best player on the team,
he does take them the majority of the time. That's the cap that we were talking about earlier.
You still got to make reads, like just because I'm the best.
But see, just because we're talking about it, don't mean that he does that the majority of the time.
LeBron has his clutch moments.
That's just a small part of his clutchness. Like LeBron had took over games like a million times. You know what I'm saying? Him passing the ball is only far and few, like a Jordan. Not like a Kobe, because Kobe ain't never passed the ball.
Hey, but look, y'all, let's be real about this shit.
Hey, y'all,
let's be real. Let's be real about this.
Hey, y'all, can we go one at a time? Too many people talking, and somebody got some crazy background noise. If you outside at a bus stop or wherever you're at, just mute your mic when you're not talking. I mean, that's what it sounds like.
I was about to say a Subway or something.
Am I lying? No, that's what it sounds like. I mean, shit.
That's facts.
It sounds like a big bus drove up next to somebody, man. Oh, hold on. But we got I mean, what I'm saying is, I just think people just trying to redefine what LeBron James is because they don't know how to explain what he's accomplishing statistically. They don't know how to say he's going to go down as the all-time leading scorer without tricking their minds into believing this man he has to be a scorer. He just has to be a score first player if he got this many goddamn points. He has to be looking to score every time he touches it. He got to be stat padding or something ridiculous.
I'll be honest.
Yeah,
we're trying to find new narratives because we don't want this nigga to pass Kobe and Jordan. I'm just gonna be honest. Fuck.
We already passed Kobe, unfortunately.
He's not gonna pass Kobe and Jordan.
That's why the narratives is. I'm just being honest.
He's not gonna pass them.
Narratives is coming because they don't know how. What other way to say that they don't want him to be better than Jordan. They don't want.
He's not. He's not.
Hold on. Hey, Pootie.
I'm being like what you saying back there.
Go ahead.
Hey, I tell y'all right now. By the day LeBron James retires, I just don't know how you can't label him as the GOAT. It's just too much. It's too much. It's too much out there.
Niggas gonna hold on to
can try. Hold on, you can just look at this. The weird thing is he's gonna be top 10 in 3-pointers made, top 10 in steals, top 10 in scoring. Top 10. I mean, he's gonna be top 10 in at least 4 major categories.
Hey, Lamar, I'm gonna say something that might be interesting though.
He's gonna have 4 championships. He got multiple MVPs. He's so many first all NBAs. I mean, he done dominated not just 1 decade. He's dominated 2 decades. I mean, 2 decades of basketball. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know y'all don't want to do it, but
be
shit, y'all
careful
gonna have
because Steph Curry's on his way.
Don't say
that.
It's one player that could probably bring his legacy down from being the GOAT in a lot of people's
Steph
eyes.
Curry.
Step
Hold
Curry.
on.
Steph Curry, nigga.
And that's what you call a reach, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
that's
Oh
what you call a
man,
reach.
Steph Curry not better
James
than
fans
LeBron.
are scared.
Hey, Herm, but
And
here's
that's
the
what
thing.
they call a reach.
There's another one of those narratives you was talking about,
y'all.
Lamont.
Hold on, y'all. The only player that can make you go backwards is yourself. Just like we saw with Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard was on a trajectory to be a top 10 player all time. Because of his own actions and because of his own play, he's regressing backwards. Another player can't make you regress backwards. Steph can maybe do something so unbelievable in his career that he usurps LeBron. There's nothing Steph can do to pull LeBron back. The only thing you can do is just give Steph Curry credit and lift him up and maybe put him up there with LeBron. But to say he's going to pull, how can he pull LeBron back? How?
I got LeBron 5. I got LeBron number 5.
That
So
sounds
he can
like
be pulled back.
a lot of hope. That sounds like a lot of hope.
That does
and
sound like
wishful.
a lot of hope. And y'all just
It
take
ain't
away
no
what he
A
did
lot
to
of
Kevin
hope and
Durant
wishful
altogether,
thinking.
huh?
Oh,
And
it is
then
not no hope.
And then
bro.
what
We
the
just
conversation will be limited to is a ring count. Because that's really what y'all waiting on, for him to get 5 and then just to be
but
like,
he's already the greatest
I
shooter.
hear you, Eastside.
did I not just read y'all?
Hey, one at a time. And he is 100% right, y'all.
No, but here's
That's
the
all
thing.
y'all waiting on.
Now Steph Curry changed the
Bruh.
game. He changed the whole game of basketball. He changed
But
this
he
whole
changed the
era of
game
how they
already.
playing.
So
And plus,
he changed the game
Steph
already. So
Curry,
why would he be a threat in the future?
He's recognized as the best shooter of all time. Then on top of that,
It's
he's a
already been
miniature
labeled
guard.
that.
Bro,
He's a
why is they
miniature
acting like it's
guard.
far fetched, bro? Why
No,
is y'all
he's a
acting like
miniature
it's far
guard.
fetched to say
Oh
Curry?
shit! Here this nigga go.
Nobody said it was far fetched.
When you got 19 all
Speak
NBA
on it.
teams, bro. You've been one of the best players in the league for 19 out of your 20 years. Stop the cap, bro.
Yeah, and
It's too
Kobe.
much.
Yeah, and
Like
Kobe's
Lamont
number
said, bro,
2.
it's too
And
much.
and Kobe's number 2 on that list, right behind him. He
Here
just
we
passed
go.
Kobe up.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
He just passed Kobe up in there. Kobe number 2 on that list.
I don't want to talk about
I just look at it as Steph Curry
Why we keep
played
talking
in the
about Kobe?
LeBron James era, had a dynasty, was beating them in the finals 3-1, has a winning record versus
the
them.
Warriors was winning because if you
Nah,
remember,
bro.
But if you look at
you gonna elevate Isaiah over Jordan for that same reason?
MacDuff, can I ask you something?
Before y'all cut me off, I'm just saying, look at Steph. Look after all that I said, you can look at Steph Curry's numbers as well and see what he's done individually, averaging 30.
MacDuff, it
shooting
ain't
50,
comparing,
40,
bro. It don't
Yeah,
compare.
it really.
Yes, it
Okay.
does. Ain't
Hold on.
nobody
Okay, let
ever
me say this,
averaged
Lamont.
30, shoot 50, 40, 90.
If it's not compared, okay, let me ask you something. Well, I'm
That's
gonna
a
just say this
lie.
basically. Curry and LeBron, the difference between them and how they changed the game. Curry literally changed the game with his
Bro.
game. He's what you call a
Hold on, SSM.
transcending talent.
coaching
SSM.
changed the game.
SSM.
No,
Here's the problem.
LeBron
Here's the
James
problem.
fans are just a little
Here's
No,
the
Steph
problem, and I'm
did.
gonna help
Steph
y'all
did.
out. I'm
Stop
gonna
it.
help y'all out.
Nah, I
First
just
of all,
think y'all hopeful and
all it
wishing.
is. Hold on one
He
second.
said
Y'all.
probably. He didn't say he open him right now. He said probably though.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. One mic. What I'm saying is this: all this change the game stuff is all subjective. I'm just talking about what actually is. First of all,
Damn, he only
when
went to
you
the
talk,
playoffs 8 times.
hold on. When you talk about this right here,
No man.
Steph Curry's played 14 years. Really, maybe 8 of those have been prime. When you're talking about LeBron James, how many prime years does he have? And he's still playing at an optimal level. Then once you go down to just accolades, first of all, Steph is never going to catch him in accolades. He's not going to catch him in MVPs. He's done winning MVPs. He's not going to catch him in finals MVPs. He's not going to catch him in first teams. He's not going to catch him in defensive first teams or anything defensive, right? He's not going to catch him in. He's not going to lead the league in assists, right? The only thing he really has is a steals leader, which is LeBron doesn't have, and he's
No bet to
obviously
his
not.
first team.
Hold on. What I'm
I
saying
want to
is, there's no metric. All this stuff. Only thing you can try to push to put Curry up there with LeBron is narratives, but there's nothing
The ring count.
statistical. There's nothing that's individual that you can use, and then the only thing you can really push is team stuff, and then that means you're gonna have to go ahead and dump that Kevin Durant narrative that he teamed up with Kevin Durant. Then you're gonna have to push the narrative that he was the best player. I mean, you're gonna have to dump a whole bunch of flaw. I mean, Steph can't catch LeBron.
Well, go to
I'm
his
sorry.
first teams, LeBron. Let me see how many first teams he got.
He's not gonna
But not
catch
even
him,
his
bro.
impact. Not even his impact.
LeBron got 13,
Steph
bro.
is not catching LeBron in that
He's
regard.
not gonna
He's not
catch
catching
him, bro.
LeBron. He's not catching him.
He has to
He
get
only
9
been
more first teams.
he only been ranked the top 5 player in the NBA 4 times.
Yes,
4 times he only been ranked. Damn,
bro, it's right there in
that's
front of you,
crazy.
bro.
Never mind. Yeah, never mind, her. Yeah, never
That
mind.
narrative just died.
Yeah, never mind.
Hoping and
Yeah,
that's
that
what
died out
hoping
quick.
and wishing
I
looks
can't.
like.
I can't.
No, it didn't.
I can't vouch for a nigga that's only been top
died.
5 in the NBA. I can't vouch for a nigga that's only been top 5 in the NBA 4 times. I can't vouch for him. I'm sorry.
It ain't
I'm
died
done.
because first of
I'll take that L.
he's a miniature player. When have we ever seen a guy under 6'5" dominate the
We don't
game like
grade on
Steph
the
Curry
character
has?
Bro, it's
side.
not comparable, Herm. Herm, it's not
We don't grade
comparable.
his day.
No,
It is
Herm.
We got to
Okay, let
blame
me
it
say
on
this,
God and his day.
Herm. Let me say this, Herm. Let me say this. That's a 13 first teams. Okay, he'd have played 20 years. That's for most of his career. He's been a top 5 player in the NBA. 4 out of 14 years, you wasn't a top 5 player most in the NBA. That's like, bro, that's not comparable, bro. That's not comparable, bro. I can't compare that, bro. I can't. I'm not finna debate about that shit, nothing, bro.
Nah, what I see Curry can do individually. He can end his career possibly averaging more points than LeBron. That's a possibility.
That's a
Nigga
damn
averaging like
lie.
31 right now, and he's 34 years old. It's a
LeBron is averaging 30 at 38.
Hold on. I'm saying end his career. Averaging more points than LeBron. That's a possibility. Now
it is a possibility.
Now,
not.
Now I understand that the Magic Johnson and the Larry Bird Award wasn't there when LeBron was winning, going all to the finals in the Eastern Conference. So he should have like 8 of them. Hold on. He should have like 8 of them. If Steph Curry in this decade goes on a run where he makes it to like 4 NBA finals and gets those MVPs, it's a conversation because the man might have 2.
You just said he should have 8
Hold
of
on.
them,
Name another. That's the individual stat is points per game, career, and MVPs. Now name another team in NBA history who has 2 dynasties back to back in different decades. Because he's got a dynasty in the 2010s and he just won in the 2020s.
Kobe.
Hey, okay, hold on, Mac Def.
34 years old. Have 2 dynasties.
At 34 years old.
Yes, he do.
Do you predict
09?
So the Lakers from 08 to 2010 ain't a dynasty.
No, nigga.
Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Different decades.
Fuck out of here, bro.
So is LeBron in Miami a dynasty, sir?
Yes, he did. He won in 2010. What you mean?
Bro,
he won in 2 different decades. He won in the 2000s and the 2010s.
Hold on, Mac Def.
Go ahead.
No, my question for you, Mac Def, would be at 34 years old. Because one thing you have to take into consideration is how many years we predict you might have left in the NBA. And then we have to predict potential prime years. Do you really predict that before he's 40 he can do all that?
Yeah.
What Brian doing? What Brian doing?
I think Steph. Hold on.
What Mac Def is plans basically said. He says Curry needs to have another dynasty type run, get to the finals, win a couple more finals MVPs, X, Y, and Z. That takes a whole bunch for all that to fall in place. If he has to do that, and he's already 34, and he has to do a career's worth of work just to catch LeBron. Yeah, what you're asking him to do, him to do to catch LeBron is what some players don't even have in their entire career. You're asking him to do a career's worth of work just to catch LeBron.
I think he just got to get 2 more rings, to be honest.
Nah,
no, that's hold on. No, you know how hard that is going to be.
Have the act to go with.
Y'all don't even think the Warriors going to win it this year.
They're not.
Yes,
They're
I
not,
do.
bro.
I think I said the Warriors is going to on niggas. To me, I look at all their young ass talent and the way they core is. I think they going to keep.
But this is what I will say. Curry is a transcendent talent. LeBron is not.
Oh, that's a lie.
Nah,
Curry
is a transcendent talent.
You can go to sleep.
Okay, LeBron ain't a transcendent talent, bro.
To say this to say that. LeBron is better than Curry. To say this to say that.
Would that mean Kobe not
Everything is
transcended?
too basic about his game, bro. Ain't shit transcendent about that.
Too basic.
LeBron is a
6'8", 260, able to
transcendent
handle the
talent. He's
ball
one
like
of the
that?
greatest athletes to ever grace the basketball court.
Listen.
Stop it.
Everybody's listen. I'm tired of I'm tired of everybody
Man, come on,
getting this.
SFM.
Getting this.
Somebody
No,
mute this
everybody
nigga,
needs to
bro.
stop getting this
Come
label,
on,
bro, of a transcendent talent, bro. Curry,
you come in here and cap for a mimic every day.
Curry,
You come in here and cap for a
Allen
mimic.
Iverson, bro. Niggas that change the game with their game, not free agency. LeBron changed the game with free agency. Curry changed the game with his game, his skill. It's a difference.
I'll give him that. I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
Hold on, SFM.
That's transcendent.
Tell us what do you think a transcendent talent is to you?
It's something that's new to the game. Basically, it's new. It helped evolve the game. You feel me? But there was crossover, the way he handled the ball and all that, his shooting. But that's not the thing like new that LeBron was doing that I did like that was. That's nothing new.
McDuff, so you've created your own definition of what transcendent means, and you're just writing with that. Or SFM, you've done that, right?
Listen, man.
Because that's not what
it's not my own definition, man. It's not my own definition.
Where'd you get
everybody
that definition?
Everybody can't get the transcendent talent thing, bro.
No, but the thing is, by your definition, can't everybody get that? But your definition is not what it actually means.
It's a horrible take.
Bro, I know what you're gonna say. Okay, Kobe, Allen Iverson. Yes, they would be considered transcending talents. But no, bro. No,
by definition,
I give it everybody that.
By its actual definition, a transcendent talent is a player who's considered to have exceeded the superstar status. So, by that definition, LeBron James has exceeded what a superstar could potentially be. Has Steph Curry? I believe he's done that as well, especially. But when you say transcendent, you've created a definition of transcendent that works for you, and LeBron can't wiggle his way in. Okay, but that's not what it actually means.
Okay. Lamont, I give you that.
I'd say someone hey, look.
Lamont, I give you that.
I'd say transcendent is someone who affected the pop culture around the NBA.
Listen, I give you that, but still in talent, when we talk about Curry and LeBron, Curry changed the game with his talent. LeBron changed the game with free agency.
Still transcended. He changed the game.
Free agency, bro. That's y'all weak as hell, bro. Because he changed the game because of trades, bro. That shit weak as hell.
So somebody, the range of normal.
Curry is
he is in the NBA. That's not transcendent.
You say it again.
Somebody who is 6'8", 260, as big as fast as he is, that's not transcendent.
I said I give out the transcendent. I said I give out the transcendent. I'm just talking about.
So explain to me how Kobe
talent.
is transcendent though, because I don't think Kobe is a transcendent player.
Kobe Bryant, how he's a transcendent player.
Kobe. Everybody says the shot. He says Kobe, so that's a transcendent. You could say.
Listen, that's a cultural. That's
influential.
That's a cultural thing.
That's influential.
That's a cultural thing. But when you talk about Kobe, a nigga that was putting up 81 points, averaging 40 a month 4 different times. You feel me? 2 scoring back to back 35. He's elite. He's an all-time great on both sides.
Hold on,
listen. He's an all-time great. He's an all-time. Listen, he's an all-time
rant. No. I don't want to hear Kobe rant, bro.
Ben mute this nigga.
Y'all be getting them in these tangents. Y'all stop getting them in these tangents.
He asked me a question, Lamont. All I did was try to answer.
I just wanted some understanding.
SFM, I do got a question for you. What position is LeBron? What position does he play?
He's a small forward.
Does he play that position in game? Well, like, what is position in game?
We're not going to do this, but you say he's a point guard, I guess.
So would you say he's kind of a positionless player?
No.
Why?
He was mainly a small forward.
So he's not positionless.
He is positionless, man. Like you can LeBron 1 through 5 if you wanted to.
Oh, because what I mean by positionless,
I mean he goes to see it 1 through 5. That mean he can't go 1 through 5.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We've seen We've seen LeBron defend the center position. We've seen him defend all positions. We've seen him be listed as the point guard for teams. We've seen him listed as the small forward for teams. We've seen him listed as the power forward. But we've seen him take on the role of what a point guard does. We've seen him take on the role of what a shooting guard does. We've seen him take on a number of roles, but you say you can clearly define what his position is.
He's a small.
All right, Lamont, I'm gonna holler at
he's
you
a
at
small
another
forward,
time.
man.
Peace, everybody.
All right. No, he's a small forward by his size, but I'm saying when we talk about your position, he's taken on the role of multiple positions. I think he changed the game with positionless basketball. He's not confined. Even at a 6'5" shooting a small forward frame, you can't confine him to one position. We talk about Scottie Pippen, we say small forward. We talk about Larry Bird, we say small forward. When we talk about LeBron, you don't know what the hell he is.
Well, don't we kind of say the same thing about Scottie?
No, and because hold on, and to be honest, you could easily put LeBron into the point guard category, and he could go down as the greatest point guard of all time, and he would ruin y'all point guard list.
He ain't no point guard though.
Yeah, you can't. But see, you
not
don't.
no point guard.
No. You say he's not a point guard, but he's taken on the role of a point guard, and he's done it better than any point guard outside maybe Magic Johnson.
Well, because it's passing. Larry Bird was a great passer too.
No, hold on. Let me tell you. Let me tell you this.
I don't think he's a better
outside
point guard than
outside of
Oscar
Magic
Robertson.
Johnson. Outside of
Oscar
Magic
Robertson.
MacDuff, you didn't watch one Oscar Robertson basketball game. Stop it, man. Come on, man. Stop.
You know who Oscar Robertson is. Stop playing,
bro. Don't act like you watched him play. Though.
Don't act like you don't know who Oscar Robertson is.
Hold on. First of all. So you basically telling me that Russell Westbrook's better than LeBron James at the point?
No, I'm telling you, Oscar Robertson.
That's what Oscar Robertson was.
LeBron.
Oscar Robertson was Russell Westbrook. By field goal percentage, by criticism.
He was. That's not no lie.
Hold on.
LeBron not lying.
Hold on. If y'all read, hold on 1 second.
He was LeBron for LeBron.
No, he was not. No, he was not. That's a lie.
Man, hey, talk about how he was putting up all the triple doubles for Mr. Pounds 3 years in a row in his prime.
All I'm saying is with Oscar Robertson, if you read the newspaper clippings, they were calling him selfish, saying he shot too much, saying he didn't want to run the point guard position normally. They said he was putting up a ton of stats, but not a lot of winning because his team wasn't winning shit. They wasn't getting to the playoffs. They was losing in the first round if they got there. A whole bunch of shit. And then when Oscar finally won a chip, he didn't even average a triple-double that season. He wasn't even the best player on the team that year. So stop acting like that.
He was 33 years old. Yeah,
that's not old. So
what
we're saying is,
come on,
hold on, MacDuff. What we
y'all
saying
niggas will say the Pistons is old and they 29 years old.
Hold on, but MacDuff, hold on. All I'm saying is Oscar was more like Russ than he was LeBron. That's the truth.
I think that's disrespectful.
No, it's not. Hold on. What about their games were similar? Oscar wasn't as efficient as LeBron at the rim. Oscar he was literally just like Russ. Y'all just don't want to compare the two. Because you would then have to put Russell Westbrook in that same category, and you have to rank Russ differently.
No, I don't.
Bro, Oscar Robertson was having the same problems with Russell's and getting getting knocked out the first round. But some years,
hold on. Like, so who the fuck
putting up triple doubles getting knocked out the first round?
Everybody lost to Boston. Everybody lost to Bill Russell and them Celtics. The thing with Oscar Robertson is, he averaged double-digit assists, but back in the 60s. The only assist you can get was a guy going to the basket. If he passed it to a mid-range shot and he made it, that's not an assist in the 60s. They wouldn't count that. So he was actually getting more assists than what his averages are. That's why I say, look, Oscar Robertson was.
Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask you a question. What position was Oscar?
He played point guard.
Okay. So you clearly know what his position was, and with LeBron, nobody knows what his position is.
That's disingenuous, Lamont, because that was during a time when basketball was positional, where you had specific roles. It ain't
basketball's still positional.
No, not really. Not really.
We got
the thing is that LeBron, when he's on the court, he has other primary point guards on the floor with him. he has
we got to give our last closing statements because I got to get the basketball practice myself. So y'all can give y'all a little closing thoughts on this before we wrap it up, man. I know Santana just came in. I want to let him get his last thought in. Mike, on this, I know he just got in. I want to hear his thoughts on it real quick. What you got on this before we get out of here, Santana?
Man, look, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I just want to say, like, it's deeper than the LeBron hate, cause like I just know, like, when Jordan left the league and everybody was trying to find somebody and they thought it was first Harold Miner, then Grant Hill, then Penny Hardaway, then Kobe. So now subconsciously you see Kobe game and you like, man, that's Michael Jordan's game. So all the Kobe fans, the reason why they hate LeBron is because they know deep down inside that LeBron is better. I understand it. I thought Kobe was better too. But I had to think of it like, come on, man, like, how you gonna take somebody's whole game, bro? Like, that's not your game. And like LeBron, you really can't say what he is. Like, he could play point guard, he can score, small forward, power forward, center, it don't matter. People really need to start realizing what they seeing. Like, I was 13 when LeBron came in the league. I'm 33, got 2 kids. Like, this man is still doing this. Like, you can't turn the blind eye to it. Like, it's time for the world to start respecting LeBron, because what he doing, ain't nobody saying this. Come on now. Like, it is what it is, though, but I think it's more emotional. It's like they don't want to recognize the greatness when they see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody a hater, they'll turn the TV out. Like, you ain't watching it. It's something you ain't watching. And people say Kobe better. I'm like, if you came in the league, the reason why I got Jordan and LeBron at the top is because when they came in, they led their teams. They didn't get babysitted like Kobe. Kobe was getting babysitted. He came in, had Shaq, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel. Are those all-stars? I don't know. So you already had 3 all-stars on the team, and you was on the bench. LeBron don't know what that mean to ride no bench. So it's levels to this. You can't put Kobe up there past no LeBron. You just can't do that. And as far as the Jordan argument, I can understand it, but it's different, man. I can name you 50 players that can score 50 or 60 points right now. You can't tell how many people was scoring 50 and 60. Jordan got 10 scoring titles. He was the only scorer. Of course he gonna do that. Man, you got Lillard can score 60, Steph can score 50, Clay can score 50, Book, you got niggas scoring 70. Come on, man. But it's all I wanted to say though. Just people need to understand evolution. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Look at the handle. Look at John Morant. Like, come on, man. Like it's cool. Don't get it twisted. Michael Jordan a good player, but people acting like he like Santa Claus, like he just can do no wrong. Like, he played 1-on-5. He stopped everybody from winning championships, and people act like in his ring argument, Kobe got 5 chips. Jordan got okay. That's why I like when you did the Pippen the other day when you had Pippen with 6-0. I respected it. But the ring, it's a team accomplishment at the end of the day. So, you know.
That's facts right there. All right, what you got on it before we get out of here?
Who, me?
No, Art. I was on the Art.
Oh, okay,
Big
my
Art.
bad.
Oh, my fault. Hey, I appreciate you having me on, bro. I agree with the last gentleman, man. When it comes to just debating LeBron, when you're on the other side, just don't lie. You know what I'm saying? LeBron been so good, people got to lie to try to prove their point and come up with frivolous narratives. So it's light work, you know what I'm saying, for us when we come up here and debate other people like that. So step y'all game up, man. Come with better arguments, man. I know LeBron make it hard, but y'all niggas got to do better. That's it.
All right. Make sure y'all check out Big Art Sports, man. All you got to type in YouTube, man. Go check it out, man. Art got a channel. Same with Weezy Bang. He was in here earlier. Make sure y'all go check them 2 out, man. They go live all the time, cooking on all types of crazy topics, man.
Yes, sir.
Make sure y'all go check them out. But we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and let you go, Big Art. We're going to get this shut down. For prime time, I saw you in the backstage. But, man, I got to get this shut down because I got to get on the road, man. Salute to all the new people in the chat, man. I see Foxy Brown in here. Maybe you not new, and maybe you've been here and I just haven't seen you. But like I said, I want to give at least the new names that I see a shout out. E-Red, salute to E-Red. Danny Mack, Phenom became a member today. Salute to David Green, Zero, Lob City. I haven't seen you before. We got Rico Just Real, Tampa, Florida, man. Salute. That's another new name. Whatever this name is, Extras or whatever you are, man. Salute to you as well. Just a ton of new people in here, a ton of new names, man. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all all subscribe. And if you don't want to miss a notification when we go live, because we're going to be going live this week in the mornings. If you don't want to miss a notification, and just hit the membership link right there. Click that link. That's how you can guarantee the algorithm don't mess up and you get notifications when we go live. But we go live a lot. Where this week we're going to be having we're going to get back to doing our head-to-head debates. So we got a couple of debates coming up. We still got Sturdy versus Mr. Winters. We still got Young Africa. We still got Mahari taking the head-to-head debate, Draymond versus Magic. So we still got some good debates coming up, and we got our debate rankings that will be coming out pretty soon. Salute to Action as well. He says, great stream. So yeah, man, we got a lot of stuff coming up. Remember, all the debates that we're going to be having leading up are going to be leading up to Super Bowl weekend. If you are ranked in the top 8, then you're going to be in the debate finals, right? You're going to be in the debate finals. And then that's when we really going to see some of y'all be talking about LeBron James choking in the finals or choking in the clutch or choking in the playoffs. If you make the finals, are you going to choke in the finals when it's time for you to debate? So that's the main thing. He says, yeah, we're going to keep streaming, but we're going to keep it up. Just like I said, man, it's just been tough because, YouTube just changed the whole monetization policy. So really they've been, YouTube is really out there really affecting the way we can make money on YouTube. So that's why we always ask people to, become members to the channel to support or hit the Cash App to support. Just because, just like I know Bang can tell you, Art can tell you, True to King, all the people, even SB, everybody who has channels, they know it's putting these streams together is a lot harder than just clicking the button and going live. If you're doing it the right way, you have to set the streams up. I'm glad you liked it. Make sure you pull up for the next one. Maybe we can get you on the panel one of these days, Foxy Brown, man, because we need a little bit more diversity from our female fan base on the panels at least. And sometimes it seems like when we do have females on the panel, everybody is much more calm and they're willing to allow people to talk. Salute to Monroe Ruth as well. And y'all look today, the channel is growing, man. Just from December to now, I think we've gained 15,000 subs. So we got to keep that up. The goal is to hit 100K. Once we hit 100K, that's when it opens a lot of doors for the platform. So we're just going to find a way to keep growing. We're going to keep putting out a ton of content. Y'all see the YouTube shorts, the community posts, the things to keep you guys engaged. We're going to try to keep it up. And, as we go. But, tomorrow we're going to have a fresh new topic. I really want to get a little bit more so into current NBA, what's going on. It's just, to be honest, this year has been kind of boring. I mean, a lot of the talking points this year haven't really been very interesting. That's why I like always going back to older debate talking points, just because this year it's just in the NBA has been kind of dead. We kind of, a lot of people predicted what we see in the Lakers. That's not really surprising everybody. I mean, the Warriors haven't really given us much to talk about. They're the defending champions. Everybody knew the Celtics would be good. The Sixers, still pretty good. It just hasn't really been a lot to talk about. So hopefully this trade deadline is more active than I predicted it's going to be. You never know. But I don't even believe the trade deadline is going to be very exciting. I believe we see a couple moves, but nothing significant. Salute goes 2000 as well. Again, appreciate everybody. He says, Lamont, you should have Extreme explaining the scoring this season. I should. I could definitely talk about that. Why is scoring numbers up? And a lot of people try to claim it's because of bad defense. So salute. Oh, salute to Art again. Y'all see the name right there, Big R Sports. Make sure y'all pull up the Big R Sports, man. Like I said, but I got to go ahead and get up out of here, you guys. I got a team. I coach myself, so I got to make sure we don't choke, right? We just actually won the TMG Prep Invitational out in Cali. That was light work. I don't know why Cali teams try to keep playing us. Cali just don't got basketball players, not legitimate basketball players. Cali just got a whole bunch of guys that just learned the hoop. And they just hop on the court trying to get highlight tapes. And we be blowing them Cali teams out. It's the Midwest teams that give us problems, man. So, hopefully Cali can pick their game up. He says, John Wick, hell of a salute, John Wick, man. Another longtime supporter of the channel. We got Renegade, just always be listening from the shadows, but y'all know Renegade. He'll come on and cook every now and then too. But Sturdy, yeah, that's a good stream. But Sturdy, I gotta hit you up, man. I got a good idea for you. I got a good idea for you. You got to email me. I'm gonna give you my number, but I need you to hit me up. I think I got a good idea for you. Just hit me up today. Hit me in the email, or I'm gonna email you my number. I need you to hit me up because I think I got a good concept, something we could pull off here pretty soon. But y'all, we're gonna go ahead and shut it down for the night, or for the morning. Man, I'm so used to doing streams in the night. It's crazy. But hey, y'all, it's FYF Sports. Another great podcast episode. We're gonna be back with more sports and news. Great stream today. Salute to all the guests. Appreciate Bang pulling up, Big Art, SB. But hey, y'all, until then, it's FYF Sports. And we out.
All I hear is yap. Ain't talking about nothing, right? Watch this. We gon' bring that pressure.
Just a little FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? They been hating at first, now they calling us the best. Hit up YouTube, tell them cut the check. Just a FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? Woo, fuck your feelings, we all know who the real is. I be getting to it, ain't wasting no time. Walking straight in, we ain't waiting in line. Fuck your feelings, you don't care about mine. You a YouTube gangster, don't be yelling out slime. Or you talking LB, talking Ticket TV. Ain't nobody watching them, all the viewers be sleep. 5 years in, all your subs is your friends. Ticket TV, watch the cars again. Just a little FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? They been hating at first, now they calling us the best. Hit up YouTube, tell them cut the check. Just a FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? Woo, fuck your feelings, we all know who the real. They all know, shop don't close. Working 24, trying to make the channel grow. Look at them, pointing fingers, hating on the low. You can't compete with our podcast show. Couldn't make it in the league, so we got on TV. Crying by LeBron like a little baby. You must be crazy, trying to ever play me. Or you super tough until it's time to say cheese. Just a little FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? They been hating at first, now they calling us the best. Hit up YouTube, tell them cut the check. Just a FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? Woo, fuck your feelings, we all know who the real is.